Under a clear sky with a game-time temperature of 95 degrees, we welcome you live to Jones, Oklahoma and Tim Wallace Memorial Stadium for tonight's Week 0 matchup between two teams very familiar with one another. The Jones Longhorns 10-4 a year ago, and the Class 4A Bethany Broncos who went 9-2. Hello again, everybody, and good evening. Welcome live to Jones High School. Todd Miller, Sean Meek, and our cast of thousands bringing you one of the games of the week here on the Squirtle family of networks. Tonight, a very intriguing matchup, almost a reverse opposite of what we had when these two teams played last year in Bethany. And despite 5 turnovers, Jones was able to hang tough, losing to a veteran Bethany ball club 37-26. Let's get into the field as Jones's marching band prepares for its pregame festivities. Opening night of the high school football season for 2003 from Jones and Tim Wallace Memorial Stadium before Bethany and Jones get together. It's the 4th straight year the Broncos and the Horns have kicked off the year against each other. Last year we told you a veteran Bethany team forced 5 turnovers for the Longhorns, who had a rookie starting quarterback, a first-year head coach, and still were able to manage an 11-point win, 37-26. But the Broncos are in a much different, in fact, a complete different role than they were a year ago. The heavy favorite going into that matchup at SNU Stadium a year ago, but they must replace the likes of Cale Wetwiska, also Taylor Heim, Jaden and Jack Gilliland, and of course Wetwiska and Heim combined for 1,716 yards of the team's 1,765 passing yards. They also must replace over 3,000 yards of rushing offense, and they lost 15 of 20 receiving touchdowns from a year ago. Sean Meek, you know this Jones team very, very well. This time last year you were knowing you were going to face them at some point in the 2022 campaign as the head coach of the Luther Lions. This is a scary, scary offense tonight that a rebuilt Bronco defense is going to have to contend with.
Yeah, Jones has a ton of firepower on offense. They got a bunch of guys that can make big plays, make explosive things happen. Creasy at quarterback's just a playmaker. He's a guy that can hurt you through the air. He can beat you with his legs. He can scramble even when you get pressure to him. Braden Scott on the outside's a real fast, deep downfield threat. So he's got a ton of playmakers that you gotta account for.
You know, there's something to the water here in Jones. I think you would agree that they just passed the torch and the mantle from player to player behind center. They've had now a decade of success at the quarterback position. Clayton Creasy, of course, was preceded by the young man that went to the University of Iowa. And last year, aside from a couple of picks, 4 picks in fact, he looked really, really well in his road debut against a good and veteran Bethany club.
Yeah, absolutely. They've had a really good guy behind center for quite a few years in a row now. We talked about this pre-game, is that just always got a guy that can make plays even when you get pressure in them. Pressure them on third down, get them moving outside the pocket, things like that. There's always got guys that can make plays one-on-one, so they've had a string of that, and Creasy's probably one of the best to do it that they've had in that stretch.
Last year when Kevin Witt took over, one of the things they did is they switched to a 3-4 defense. That really suits their personnel well, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, to play that type of defense, you got to have guys up front that can control the line of scrimmage on defense, and they've had those guys. They've had big bodies up front that are athletic and can move, which allows you to play that odd front, allows you to play a true zero at nose guard lots of times. So they've had the personnel to do that, and it lets those guys on the back end run, lets linebackers fly around.
Jones has won the toss. They want the football to kick off 2023 on a 95-degree night that even on the turf still feels a little bit warmer than 100 degrees. And if you're asking for mercy from Mother Nature as far as the winds are concerned, not much of a factor here on opening night of the high school football season. Winds out of the southeast at about 7 miles per hour. That is an abbreviated pregame look at Jones and Bethany, part number 4, with Bethany winners of 2 of the last 3 over the Horns, coming up next on the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
Dr. Devin Nightingale is your chiropractic choice in North Edmond with easy access from Cashion, Guthrie, Luther, and all the Oklahoma City surrounding areas. As a former college athlete, Dr. Nightingale understands the importance of a fully functioning body to gain that competitive edge. Also certified in prenatal and pediatric treatments, Dr. Nightingale sees all types of patients, ranging from 2 weeks old to 97 years old. We offer conservative treatments to get you back in the game, whether you're a weekend warrior or a professional athlete. So give us a call at 405-471-5565 for a free consultation today.
Horns won. They want the football. They will go from left to right, so they'll put arguably one of the best, if not the best, offenses in Class 2A and maybe one of the better offenses in the state of Oklahoma on the field first against, again, a rebuilt Bethany Bronco lineup. Bethany last year went 9-2. They finished in a 3-way tie for first, going 6-1 in 4A District 2. But with the points the way it shook out, they were headed to the road and they were beaten in the first round of the playoffs. The kicker for Bethany is number 1, Ruslan Calderon. He is a 5'11", 140-pound junior. He will kick it away to Mason Wheeler. Also Braden Scott, the 2 deep return men of that duo. Wheeler returned the most kickoffs a year ago, averaging almost 11 yards per return on 6 tries. Sean, you had a great line before we came on tonight. Jones is wearing all black and green here at home on a night that when they came out of the field was over 100 degrees. Bethany gets the break of being on the road wearing white, but you said if you were Jones, what would you have said?
Right, I said I think on Monday I would have made the phone call to Bethany and said, hey, we're wearing white at home. You guys got to figure it out and see what you're wearing this week. It's got to be a little bit cooler in those whites than it is the all blacks.
All right, here we go. Ready for week 0 action. The second of 3 games, Squirtle's game of the week. The last couple of nights. Last night, Tom and Randy were in Covington. Covington shocked Timberlake 22-6. Mark Rogers, Adam Dieselhorst on the air as well here on Squirtle. They're calling a big-time, large school matchup between Del City and Choctaw. You can see the Broncos, and he rode white and purple, and a deep end-over-end kick to the near side. Jones is going to let it hit and go out of bounds at about the 12-yard line, so that Longhorn offense is going to have very good starting field position, led by Clayton Creasy, 6'1", 185, and a senior. Last year, he threw for over 2,900 yards, in fact, nearly 3,000 yards. He did have problems at times with interceptions. He was picked off 4 times in week 0 at Bethany, finished with 26 touchdowns and 15 INTs for the year. Here we go, first down and 10 at the 35-yard line. You can see that Jones at home, black and green, will move from left to right. That is north to south here in the first 12 minutes of play. Clayton Creasy will open with a single setback in the backfield, but is Isaiah Sawyer. 5'11", 175, and a senior, all of 8 receptions, no carries, 82 yards a year ago. Creasy, no surprise, takes to the air on first down, throws out left for Mason Templeton, who makes the catch, turns upfield, and he's banged out of bounds after a first down catch to the 48-13 on Creasy's first pass.
You're going to see a ton of that quick game out of Jones, especially on first down. They like doing that. Kind of loosen up the defense a little bit. They're going to look at the leverage of those corners and just see what you're doing. Timing routes and back shoulder routes are going to be really popular out of them tonight.
Clayton Creasy, almost 61% completion percentage a year ago. Templeton with his 9th reception of the last 2 years. They'll empty the backfield now as Sawyer will move and line up as one of trips to the far side. They throw it out across the way, and the ball was caught with blockers. Down the boundary, 40, out of an ankle tackle, 30, 25, and he's out of bounds, and he nearly took it to the house. And boy, if Gilliland does not get in the way, Sean, that is a huge play on just the second snap of the season.
Yeah, and you can see through 2 snaps, Bethany defense has literally had to run sideline to sideline. Jones offense has used all 53 and a third yards they got to work with, and that's going to be a common theme throughout the night.
Gain goes to the 32-yard line, so it's another first down, 2 snaps, 2 first downs. They'll go somewhat of a pistol formation with Sawyer up near Creasy in the backfield. 2 receivers left and right. Creasy on a zone read. Hands it off to Sawyer, who plows his way forward and gets 7 yards to the 25. And that, believe it or not, is their shortest play in 3 snaps here in the game's first 90 seconds.
This really opens up what you can do here on second and short. You can take an end zone shot right here. You got 2 more downs to work with. You're in 4-down territory now, so huge first play run right there,
Not
first down run.
much experience returning to that defensive side of the football. Last year, Judson Gillen, as a sophomore, was one of their leading tacklers, and he is among their best returning from last year's campaign. They'll empty the backfield again on second down and short. It's a read by Creasy. He will keep it up the middle. He was hit, spun off initial contact, and dropped just shy of the 20-yard line. So depending on the spot, it's going to be very near a first down. This would bring up Jones' first third down attempt of the contest.
Jones going with that little running back motion right there, just see how Bethany adjusts to it. They're taking a linebacker out of the box when they do that, so they'll keep running Creasy if Bethany keeps giving that look.
Correction, it is a first down by less than the nose of the football. It comes at the 21-yard line. So Jones has first downs at the 48, 32 of Bethany, and now at the 21 of the Broncos, and they're going to get more in penalty yardage as offsides is called against the Bethany defense. That'll move the ball down to the 16 and bring up second down and 5. Just underway here from Tim Wallace Memorial Stadium on what is a warm but beautiful evening here with clear blue skies overhead as the sun sets behind the press box here to the west. Single setback is Isaiah Sawyer. Wide receivers left and right. High snap, gives straight ahead to Sawyer, blocking room, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. Holy cow. Sheffield, King, and Keast, the 2 guards in the center. Sean just opened, and the hole parted like the Red Sea as Sawyer gets his first career rushing touchdown.
Yeah, not much resistance there on the opening drive from Bethany defense. I think you said it, Todd. I think their shortest play from scrimmage was 4 or 5 yards at least.
16 for pay dirt, and it's 6-0 Jones with 10:49 to play here in the first quarter. The Longhorns come in as a huge favorite, according to the Oklahoman, to win this ball game. Looks like they're going to go for 2 now, and they will throw it out left. The ball is caught, and a good open field tackle that time by Ruslan Calderon will take the legs out of the ball carrier. So the try for 2 fails, and it's 6-0. We'll take a break. 10:49 to play here with the first period. This is the Squirtle Game of the Week.
For more than 100 years, Oklahoma Career Tech has been training skilled and dedicated individuals, giving clear career paths to over 90,000 graduates a year. These individuals are the heartbeat of the Oklahoma workforce, serving thousands of companies, fueling this state's economy. Oklahoma is powered by Career Tech.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
The kicker is Mason Weir, and he will squib it up the middle. It's going to be fielded at the 32, and then diving on the top of it was Brock Cross, who will go down there. So Jones, who needed 5 plays to go 65 yards after the opening kickoff was kicked out of bounds, started at the 35. Bethany, with their first snap coming up with new signal caller Jackie Payne, will start at the 32. And that was an interesting kick. I don't know if you actually caught it, Sean. Probably you did because you've studied Jones in the past. But the ball was flat on the field, and it was with the nose of the football going east-west.
Yeah, just trying to get a funny bounce, try to make something funky happen.
First down and 10 at the 32-yard line. 10:47 to play here in the opening quarter. It's already 6-0 Longhorns. Here is Price, takes his first snap as a starter and is able to weave for nearly first down yardage. Stopped a yard short at the 41-yard line. But, boy, he looked cool as the other side of the pillow there, Sean, on that option.
Yeah, really good job making one guy miss at the line of scrimmage. Jones had an outside linebacker there in position to make a play, just made him miss, got 7 or 8 on it. So that was a great play.
Last year, 7 carries, 45 yards, 24 of those on 1 carry. His first here in 2023 goes for 9 yards. 2 receivers left and right. Now they're going to motion Cooper Johnson, the fullback, to the right. Rolling that way is Payne, and he throws into double coverage looking for Wyatt Geisler. Geisler thought there was some contact. He threw his hands upward, but the officials do not bite, and it's going to be 3rd and a yard.
That was probably not the right throw. He probably should have rolled it out.
Not a surprising play call there on 2nd and 1, knowing you got 3rd and 1 coming up. I like taking a shot downfield right there.
3rd down and a yard at the 41-yard line. Bethany last year led by a high-powered offense of Wetwiska and Heim rotating in and out at quarterback. Very good on 3rd down tries. Single receiver left, 2 wide right. Single setback is Locklear, and he picks up 2 to the 43-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
We walked by the running back group, and they looked pretty stacked at running. And I think that's the thing, is that's probably the most experienced.
1st and 10 to the 42-yard line. Now they're going to motion and line up Calderon to the near side. Twins to the far side of the near side hash. Now Jackie Payne may be changing the play. Locklear, who carried on the last play, is in the backfield. Now they're going to move Calderon. It lines up slot right. Handoff goes to Locklear, sweeping right in. He's in trouble, and the Longhorns have him dead to rights behind the line of scrimmage at the 40-yard line. Boy, he had no chance that time. Chase Pitts, the junior, came up from the safety spot to drop him.
I think if he would have kept it, he would have probably only gotten about 2 or 3 because Jones had that play ready. They did.
So it's 2nd down and 12. We're under 9.5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. You see the score on your screen, 6-0 Jones, with a 71-second drive to start the ball game. Now they're going to move Locklear to the far side. Pocket holds. Payne guns it out right. Ball is caught for a short gain. And on the reception that time, it looked like that it was Seth Griner, the sophomore ex-receiver, that made the catch, and Jones will give him that reception all night long. Now they're saying it's incomplete. It was dropped, and it's 3rd and 12.
9:06 remaining. Broncos trailing 6-0 early in the first.
3rd down and 12 at the 40-yard line. Landry Locklear, a 5'8", 170-pound senior with the backfield. He did not have a carry a year ago. He starts at opening night. Motion man to the near side. Wyatt Geisler rolling that way is Payne. He's under duress. Throws it out. It's juggled and almost intercepted off the deflection. And it drops incomplete. As pursuing that time was Mason Templeton. He had it hit his paws after Geisler did a juggling act.
Payne's getting a ton of pressure in his face, even when Bethany's trying to sprint out and move the pocket a little bit. Just a ton of pressure.
A defensive line is seasoned. Couple of juniors and one senior. They go 190, 205, and 190 at the bookend spots. And they were able to win the line of scrimmage. And that is the strength of Bethany's offense. It's up front where they have 4 returning starters from a year ago. 4th down and long. The ball back at the 40-yard line. Bethany will punt it away, and they got pressure. That's a terrific punt. A tight spiraling punt called for a fair catch at the 21-yard line. Holy cow, Wyatt Geisler was under duress, or excuse me, that is Ruslan Calderon. He was under distress and was able to really get off a good punt.
It was a great job by the punter kind of flipping the field right there. That drive could have been catastrophic if they don't get a good punt right there. Great job by him.
39 yards on the punt. 8:55 to play here in the first quarter. We will have more timeouts than usual for water breaks on this very hot evening. Game originally scheduled for 7 o'clock, pushed back an hour to 8 o'clock, and now we do get the timeout for water. 8:55 to go here in the first period. 6-0 Longhorns here with the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Electricity, that's what we've been about since 1936. Since then, Cimarron's mission of bringing electricity to its members has been nothing short of successful. But over the years, it's become more than that. It's about powering our neighbors' heating in the winter, keeping the lights on at the ball field, and keeping your phones charged to capture those special moments. We are proud to be part of your community. Thank you for being part of Cimarron for all of these years.
6-0. And Sean, you were saying during the break, you'll be, from a coach's standpoint, eager to see the adjustments that John Arthur and his crew make after it was an easy opening drive for the Horns.
Yeah, absolutely. Just kind of see what they do. A little bit of that short motion out of the backfield from Jones is doing, see how they adjust. They're removing a linebacker first drive, so we'll see what they do here.
Empty backfield. Now they're going to motion a man to the near side. Creasy looks that way. Now he keeps it, cuts up, bangs off two defenders, and stretches out to the 25-yard line. They had him at the point of attack. They could not get him down with two defenders, and he ends up picking up on 4 on what really should have been no gain.
That's what makes Jones tough offensively is you got defended pretty well, and then you're still looking at 2nd and 6.
Second down and 6 at the 25-yard line. Clayton Creasy with his second carry of the night. We are under 8.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 6-0 our score. Glad to have you along for the Week 0 Squirtle Game of the Week tonight from Jones. Kind of an annual tradition, these two kicking the season off. 4th straight year they've done so. In the backfield, Isaiah Sawyer. He has the touchdown on the board. He's offset to the right of Creasy. Now they're going to line up a receiver, slot left, play action pass. Creasy dances, pocket holds, he dumps it off, and nobody's there. It's incomplete. There was terrific coverage by Bethany as they had triple teamed the receiver, Braden Scott, on the near side.
But, Ryan, that was great. That was great at the line of scrimmage. That's what you wanted to see. They rushed it.
So it's 3rd down and 6. Clock stops at 8:02 to play here in the first quarter. Now Mason Templeton is going to come in, and he will line up as a receiver to the far side. It looks like they may go with an empty set and use 3 or 4 receivers wide left. So it's probably a passing down here on 3rd down and 6. If not, Creasy more than likely will keep the football. He already has rushed a couple of times on the quarterback keeper, and now there's some confusion, and Bethany will have to burn a timeout. Back after these messages, 8:02 to play in the first quarter. Jones 3rd and long, but leading 6-0 when we return on Squirtle. I'd feel better about her being able to do some shooting ball earlier at UCLA. Decision time now for second-year head coach Kevin Witt. You've seen this scenario before. Sean, what do you think to go with?
Before the timeout, they were 4-by-1, kind of an empty set, 4-by-1 with the backside tight end over here. So really, I mean, just looking at how Bethany's going to align to that, and then seeing if they like their numbers for quarterback run game or quick game on the outside.
Isaiah Sawyer, who's been the running back, has gone all the way tonight. In the backfield, is deployed as a receiver. Again, it's a 4-by-1 set, just as Sean told you, with the tight end lined up to the near side. Clayton Creasy will look over a 3-man Bronco defensive front. Good.
in the sidelines, at the sticks in those situations.
There is where the experience pays dividends, knowing where your receiver is going to be, getting it out quickly. And Ellefson, who had 6 catches last year for 71 yards, gets his first here on opening night. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Clock reads 7:17 to go here in the first quarter. 6-0 our score. 2-by-2 set, back to throw Creasy. He'll step up, and he throws it near side. The ball's underthrown, and it's intercepted. Jackie Payne with the interception, and he underthrew the intended target. That is Riley Ellefson. You can see Ellefson getting up and having some words for the Bronco defense, who now has intercepted Clayton Creasy 5 times in the last 2 games.
Creasy definitely want that one back. Had a guy chance for a big play right there, just underthrew him.
If there was a bugaboo last year for Clayton Creasy, it was the interceptions. 15 of those in 341 tries. Tonight, he throws his first midway through the first quarter. Lead remains 6-0 Jones. Broncos take over with 7:11 to play here in the first quarter. They do so at the 41-yard line in their own end of the field. Empty backfield, 2-by-3 formation. They're going to toss it on a jet sweep to Wyatt Geisler, trying to get to the end. He is hit. Boy, he took the punishment of the 43-yard line. He went up in the air, and 2 Longhorns hit him simultaneously and dropped him. That is a hard-fought 3 yards, and it's going to bring up 2nd down and 7.
Really good job by the field side corner right there coming up and run support. They got the edge initially, but corner did a great job.
2nd down, a long 7. They'll go with a diamond formation in the backfield. The 2 receivers are Griner to the near side, and to the far side is Wyatt Geisler. They're changing the play. We're under 6.5 minutes now to play in the first quarter. 6-0 Jones. Jones has gone 65 yards in 5 plays and been picked off for their 2 offensive series here early tonight. Now they're going to motion a man and lining up tight end left. That's Devontae Melton. The give straight ahead to Justin Gilliland, and he blasts across the 45 to the 46-yard line. A gain of about 3, going to bring up 3rd and manageable for Bethany, who already has converted on 1 3rd down try tonight.
They almost have to, just so you can see what you have in this young team. I mean, yeah.
3rd down and 5 at the 46. Bethany was picked 4th in the preseason 4A District 2 poll, and it is a very top-heavy district. Gilliland fumbles the snap, has to dive on it, and now there's some extracurricular activity going on at the end of the play at the 42-yard line. That's a problem, is it not, Sean, when you rotate quarterbacks in and out?
Yeah, absolutely. And you look at, as a coach, you just want to eliminate any kind of negative plays offensively. And through 2 drives, Bethany's had at least 2, possibly 3 big negative plays. So they got to find a way to clean that up.
4th down and 9 at the 42. Jones awaits the punt, and it will be coming from Rustlin Calderon, who got off a terrific punt his first time up. He'll move to his right, kicks it high in the air. It's a little bit shorter. Hits at the 41 and takes a big hop and goes out of bounds. Let's see where they spot the football. It's going to be at the 38-yard line. So not a particularly great punt and good starting field position for the Longhorns. With 5:03 to play here with the first quarter, still Jones 6, Bethany nothing. So the Broncos get the first big break of the night. They're unable to capitalize on the interception by Jackie Payne. Jones will operate for the far side hash.
When you're a young team, they just tend to come. So Creasy's going to be in the gun.
Broncos last year were 5-1 on the road. Their only loss on the road came to Clinton in the playoffs. Motion man is Weir to the near side. They'll hand it straight ahead as that goes to Sawyer with some running room, and he's tackled at the 44-yard line, giving 5 yards, and that, Coach Meek, was all done on line search.
Absolutely. Jones winning the line of scrimmage up front.
They average 247 pounds man-to-man, tackle to tackle. It is Mendoza, Sheffield, King, Keast, and Diamond. The 2 guards in the center had a terrific block on Sawyer's 16-yard touchdown run that right now still represents the only score of the ballgame. 4:15 to play here in the first period. Direct snap. Creasy is going to keep it, and now he's got some running room. First down, 40, and he almost broke it out of an ankle tackle. Tackle to the 38-yard line. Boy, he is extremely patient, taking what the defense would give him.
Thought we were fixing to have a fumble there, but not the case in any way, shape, or form. So, pick up
17 yards of first down for Clayton Creasy, and he is equally as dangerous on the ground as he is through the air. Under 4 minutes to play here in the first quarter on a warm night in Oklahoma County. 2 receivers left and right. He'll have a tight end to the near side. Creasy juggles the snap, hit as he throws, and he's got a receiver wide open. And he breaks tackles. He's inside the 5-yard line. Guess who? It's Isaiah Sawyer with a 1st and goal to go catch for the Longhorns. But how about the shot and standing tall under pressure by Clayton Creasy?
Great job by Creasy right there. That's kind of what we talked about pregame, just the ability to make that throw knowing you're going to take a hit. Very impressed with his ability to do that.
36 yards on the catch and run. He needed 39 for the touchdown. The Longhorns tried to build on a 6-0 lead with 3:40 to play here in the opening quarter. Sawyer, who has 1 touchdown on the board, gets the handoff, running left. This time he runs into a brick wall and is dropped in his tracks at the 3-yard line. So it's 2nd down and goal to go. And that front 3 of Tolley, Strawn, and Stearman really stood tall that time against the 5-man front for Jones. 2nd down and goal to go at the 3-yard line. 3:14 and counting to play opening quarter. You see the score there. 6-0 in favor of the homestanding Longhorns. Last year, Jones went 6-1 here at home. Handoff goes again, this time to Sawyer, and again he's denied. Got about 1.5 yards, stopped just shy of the 1-yard line. There is a flag down in the backfield. That's going to negate any run by Sawyer, and it'll be the first penalty of the night in the season for the Longhorns.
clock stopped at 3:02.
Been seeing a nice mixture out of Jones in the run game, a little bit of zone, a little bit of gap scheme, power type stuff, so definitely changing up the scheme, so Bethany's going to have trouble fitting that.
Movement up front, illegal procedure, a 5-yard penalty. Now it becomes a little bit more difficult. Instead of having 3rd and about a little more than 1 yard for the touchdown, it's 2nd down, a goal to go at the 8. With under 3 minutes to play, 6-0 opening quarter. Week 0 from Tim Wallace Memorial Stadium, a new facility here at Jones and one of the better facilities in 2A you're going to find in Oklahoma. Again, Sawyer remains as the single setback. Wide receivers left and right. They have 2 tight ends to the near side. Creasy rolling right, throws it over the middle. The ball is caught on a slip screen. He's inside the 5, down to the 2-yard line. And I believe that was Mason Templeton maybe that made the catch. It's hard to see those Jones numbers here tonight, black on green, or green on black.
Yeah, Geisler was over there along with Bryson Miller.
2:14 to play opening quarter. It's 3rd down and goal to go. Line of scrimmage is at the 2-yard line. So it's 3rd down and goal to go from there. They'll snap it. Creasy is going to keep it on the read, and he dives for the touchdown. There's a late signal, but he used all that 6'1", 6'2" frame to break the goal line. And now it is going to be a 14 or a 12-0 lead, pitting the try for point.
Good job by Creasy out there taking the contact, just using the big frame to get across the goal line.
Creasy made a terrific read, Sean, because they being the Bethany defense, zeroed in on Isaiah Sawyer.
Yeah, they've done a really good job mixing up their run looks tonight.
Chase Pitts is in at quarterback. He'll throw it out left. Ball is caught. Braden Scott struggling for the pylon, will not get there. And the lead remains just 12. So 2 touchdowns, but 2 failed tries for 2 for the Longhorns. We'll step aside. 2 minutes to go, first quarter. Jones 12, Bethany nothing to the Squirtle game of the week.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
Why be a Ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
Back in Jones, Longhorns have had it 3 times. They've scored twice and thrown an interception. Along with Sean Meek, Ethan and Ella Sunken, and Camden Billy, I'm Todd Miller. Glad to be with you. Our first broadcast together here in 2023. 6 plays, 61 yards. And you see Weir again with the ball resting on the right hash mark. It's not on a tee. It's resting on the ground. And it is from end to end going east to west. So he'll squib it again, just as he did after their first touchdown. And he squibs this one to the near side, and Bethany is going to fall on it at the 43-yard line. So it'll be first down and 10 at the 43-yard line of Bethany. Broncos have had good starting field position, their own 32, their own 41 after the interception, and now at the 43-yard line with 1:59 to play here in the first quarter.
Bethany really needs to put together a couple first downs right here and just not give the ball back quickly.
I think they're going to really start clicking, but there's just a block right there. Yeah, it is definitely.
The Broncos, despite a lot of new faces out there with the offensive line, have been able to move the ball with somewhat success, but it's been a breakdown on just one play of each of their first 2 series that have been the difference. Payne throws it out left. The ball is deflected into the air. And is it intercepted? No, it's incomplete. Boy, that was a jailhouse break as they had 4 guys, Sean, in the face of Jackie Payne.
Yeah, they got to do something about the pressure. We talked about this first couple series, but he's just got guys in his face almost immediately.
2 guys up front for Bethany that return. Will Strawn at left tackle, Ben Saylor, the 265-pound junior, both playing 20 pounds heavier than their playing weight at the end of last year. They'll empty the backfield on second down and 10. Payne pump fakes. Now he steps up, throws out left, and the ball, or right, the ball is caught, and he's dropped immediately. Seth Griner made the catch, and that was a pretty good throw and a tough throw, Sean, as the right-hander had to throw back across his body, and he really zipped it in nicely.
Good job by Payne just finding a way to make a throw, make something happen. Like you said, rolling to his left, kind of had to sidearm it, almost kind of Patrick Mahomes style, but good throw.
It's 6. It's going to bring up third down and short. Bethany is 1 for 3 tonight in the first quarter on third down tries. 1:17 to play here in the opening quarter, 12-0 Jones. This is a huge series right now for the Broncos. Landry Locklear moving from the left to the right of Jackie Payne. Locklear gets the handoff. He has a first down, and he's dragging defenders with him all the way to the 44-yard line. Good blocking that time between Salcedo, Saylor, and Abel Salcedo, the guards and the center, but really terrific running that time by the 170-pound tailback Locklear as he was able to gain ground between the tackles after contact, but pump the brakes. There's a flag down at the 48-yard line. Looks like it's going to be against Jones. Dead ball, personal foul, and it is against the Longhorns. So the end of the play occurs at the 44-yard line. They'll tack 15 yards more onto that play. And now the ball will be inside the Longhorns' 30-yard line. We told you this is, while it's still early in the game, still late in the first quarter, a huge drive for John Arthur's Broncos, and they were aided big time that time by somebody losing their cool out there on defense.
Really good job on that third down. Just a simple little A-gap power. They doubled down on the nose and pulled a guard in A-gap. It's a good job by Bethany. Got some movement right there.
Turns out to be a 20-yard play with the run of the penalty. First down at the 29. Handoff up the middle. And some running room again as that was Locklear. And he was able to get down to the 21, a gain of 8. Now that offensive front starting to move that defensive front for the Longhorns.
Now you got a little rhythm going for Bethany now. I think Bethany's kind of got to smell some blood in the water right here and go fast. Try to see if you can get that defensive front tired.
36 seconds to play first quarter, 12-0 Jones. One back set. And they get the quarter. They fake the handoff. They'll throw a little fade to the inside. The ball is caught, but he was out of bounds. That was Wyatt Geisler. That was really close to being a terrific catch.
What a catch. He was really close to getting the foot down there. I couldn't tell in live time. He was out, but great catch.
So it's third down, a yard and a half. Two down territory, obviously, for John Arthur, who is in year number 7 with a record of 55-17 at Bethany. Over the last 19 years, the Broncos have won 158 games, and they have been very, very consistent. The last 6 seasons, during that 19-year span, they have 6 seasons of 10 wins or more, and 9 of those have had wins of 9 or more. So they've been good, playing as a 3A and 4A program. And now a timeout on the field with 29 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Here's another look at it, and boy, he just did not quite get that left foot in bounds. Good look at it that time by Camden Billy on the camera. So we'll take a 30-second break. Late first quarter, 12-0 Jones here on Squirtle.
Wiggins Auctioneers is a full-service auction company well-versed in selling farm and ranch land, minerals, commercial and residential properties, as well as equipment, estate, and trust liquidations. In order to better serve our clients, Wiggins Realty offers conventional for-sale listings as well as buyer representation. Whether buying or selling, auction or conventional, we want to be your trusted company. Wiggins Auctioneers, 3 generations strong and setting the standard since 1963.
Well, that was really costly, Sean Meek, as there was a mix-up in personnel, and you have that Longhorn defense on their heels, and because of that mix-up, they have to burn a timeout.
Yeah, Coach Arthur was pretty hot over there, but having to burn that timeout, especially when you string a couple first downs in a row, you kind of got Jones defensive front on their heels. You had some success running the ball. You want to continue just to strike and get them, while you got some momentum going. Looked like they were going to put Gilliland at tailback right there and split Payne out, so a personnel mix-up for the Bethany offense.
They will change quarterbacks with Gilliland, who was a backup running back last year. He is the younger of the 3 Gilliland brothers. His twin brothers, Jack and Jaden, last year were terrific ball carriers and helped spearhead that multi-pronged rushing attack for the Broncos. Third down, a yard and a half. The ball rested at the 21-yard line. Now they're going to go with a jumbo package. It will be Gilliland who handles the snap, and he was hit, but the sophomore falls forward down to the 18, so he easily will keep the drive alive. Clock will stop for the movement of chains with 23 seconds to go in the period.
Great job by Gilliland. Jones had that defended pretty well. He just put his shoulder down and decided he was going to get a first down. You like to see that effort out of that kid.
Talk to the Bethany folks. They really like what Judson brings to this program. He saw some game time last year, but again, he had those brothers, Jack and Jaden, that played so much. They say he has a chance to be better than all of them. 15 seconds to play here in the first period. They'll go with a full diamond look in the backfield. Low snap, and now Payne is in trouble, and he's going to be thrown late to the turf. And the loss will go to the 23-yard line. There is a flag down. It is a hold against Bethany, and boy, Sean, that is the worst thing that could have happened in the quarter.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit earlier. Just so frustrating for the Bethany coaching staff right now. They've shown signs of moving the ball. Had a great drive right here. Just those negative plays. You can't have a 5-yard loss when you got Jones on skates on first down.
12 minutes in the books here in week 0. From Jones, Longhorns ranked 3rd in 2A, lead 4A Bethany 12-0 here on Squirtle.
Imagine a school with more than 26,000 enrollments per year, cultivating opportunities for students to develop new skills and gain industry-recognized certification. Now imagine a corporate training center that partners with more than 500 local businesses each year, providing a productive and prepared workforce for employers in Oklahoma through customized training. Now, imagine a community resource who believes our business thrives when our community thrives. We aren't just the local Votech, we are Autry Technology Center.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
Jones took the play, which resulted in a 5-yard loss on the sack, so it will be second down and 15 to the 23-yard line as we begin the second quarter of play. Longhorns lead the Broncos here in week 0, 12-0. Single setback is Gillen. They're going to motion to the near side. Payne stands tall. Now he's rushed and he's going to dump it off incomplete, and here comes a flag. And Jackie Payne quickly gets up and is pointed the way of the Longhorn defense.
Yeah, they're going to call grounding right here. I don't think I agree with that.
I don't either.
I think he was trying to get the ball to the receiver.
Right there next to him, all the offensive linemen.
Gilliland was in the vicinity. And Payne quickly got up and was pointing the way of the Longhorns, saying, hey, I had a receiver in the vicinity. Let's see if they pick this up, and they do.
Yeah, good job by the officiating crew right there.
That was good enough.
3rd and 15 at the 23-yard line. We talked about this during the quarter break. I think this is 4-down territory for Bethany.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you got to look at getting half of it back right here. Probably quick game, back shoulder throw. Try to get 8 or 9 yards back right here. Give yourself a fourth and manageable.
11:52 to play here in the first half. Jones has scored on 2 of their first 3 possessions. Back out there is Locklear, the tailback. And Jackie Payne awaits the snap. Payne backpedals, throws deep left, had a receiver. It's up for grabs, and it's incomplete. Here comes the flag. We'll get pass interference on the corner from the Longhorns as he hit Wyatt Geisler, who has the right to go up and make a fair play on that ball, and he impeded his ability to do that. So an automatic first down upcoming for the Broncos.
Great job by Geisler, like you said, Todd, just going up and competing. If he doesn't compete for that ball, he probably didn't get the call, but just going up and competing. Great job by him.
It is pass interference against Jones. It is their second major penalty. They have 3 penalties now for 35 yards here in the first half. And we played 12 seconds of quarter number 2. And the lead is 12-0 for the heavily favored Jones Longhorns. Again, they came in preseason ranked 3rd, according to Vipe, in Class 2A. Line of scrimmage.
It's going to be 3rd down and 5. The high school rules
will be at the 12-yard line. So no pass it or no first down of the penalty by high school rules. So it's going to be 3rd down and 5. They're going to motion Locklear to the far side. Here comes the pressure, and they dump it over the middle. The ball incomplete. He threw it into a ton of white jerseys, but somehow Mason Templeton almost came up with the interception. I'll tell you what, that Longhorn defense right now is smelling blood.
Tried to throw a tunnel screen right there. Jones they had it sniffed out from the start.
Absolutely. 4th down and 4. And Broncos are going to bring
Line of scrimmage at the 11. It's 4th and 4, and it looks like they're going to bring the field goal unit on. Are you surprised by this, being that you really haven't done much to stop Jones in the first 3 drives?
Yeah, kind of like we talked about, you're probably going to need more than the field goals to win this game. But also at the same point, if you're Bethany, you got to get something on the board.
Jackie Payne will be the holder. Calderon will try the field goal. The ball is down. The kick is on the way. Plenty of distance, but he missed it wide left. So a 28-yard field goal comes up empty. And the Longhorns turn away the best Bronco drive of the night, leading 12-0. We'll say this, from the opening drive, you can see that Bethany offense continues to get more and more confident against what is a very aggressive Longhorn defense.
Well, the positive signs on that drive is they had success running the ball. So as a coaching staff, you feel good about that. You feel like that's something you can build off of. So not a total loss on that drive. Would have loved to put points up, obviously, but they had success running the ball.
Jones will have it out of this break. 1st and 10 of the 20. We're early in the second quarter. It's 12-0 Longhorns here on Squirtle.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news! The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
Welcome back here to Jones. 12-0 Longhorns over the Bethany Broncos. Tom Miller, Sean Meek, the crew with you tonight here in week 0. Boy, there is so much humidity in the air. You look at the lights and it almost looks like smoke coming off of them. That's how much dampness and thickness in terms of humidity there is here on this Friday night in Jones. 95 degrees at game time, felt like 100 down on the field. Here we go, first down at 10. Creasy to throw, rolling left, feeling the pressure. Now he's going to tuck it and run. He dives down and is going to pick up about 3 or maybe 4 yards at the 24-yard line. A year ago, Creasy probably tries to make something happen. This time, he uses his veteran skills and gets what he can from the defense.
He missed what looked like pits downfield right there. Jones ran a little switcher out down here with their bottom 2 receivers.
So it's second down and 6 at the 23-yard line. They're going to empty the backfield. Sawyer motions to the far side. They quickly throw it out that way on a screen. It is Templeton who makes one man miss. He's across the 25 out to the 26-yard line. And that was pretty well diagnosed. It's going to bring a third down now for the Longhorns.
Really good job by the Bethany corner out there, setting the edge quick on that edge screen.
Third down and 4. They need to get just beyond the 30-yard line. Jones tonight on third down is 2 for 2. And now they snap the football. Templeton, I believe, was the one that was not ready for it. Fortunately, he didn't fumble the ball. He's able to run to the 29, and it's going to be stopped just short, less than a yard short of the needed yardage to gain.
Great job by Clayton Creasy, though. Again, busted play, mix up on a snap count or something, but just takes a snap, goes and competes, gets his team close to a first down.
Yeah, it was Creasy, the quarterback, and he was not ready for the snap that time at all. Fourth down and less than a yard. Jones last year was very good on fourth down. They didn't do it a whole lot. They did it a couple of times in a game that we were here broadcasting late in the season in October against Chandler, and now the Longhorns want to talk about it on 4th and a yard. 10:06 to play, opening half, 12-0. Jones on top of Bethany here on the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Is your spouse's snoring becoming an issue? Have you been told that you need a sleep study but refuse to go into a sleep lab? Then Next Gen Sleep is here to help with our innovative solution for the evaluation, testing, and treatment of sleep apnea. Next Gen is proud to offer this FDA-approved, convenient, and affordable solution that can be done all from the comfort of your own home. Call today to get started. 405-308-3324 or email us at information@nextgensleep.com.
So, not real big on paying bank fees? Well, that's okay. It means you're smart with your money and you know how to get a good deal. You're a credit union kind of person, and Communication Federal is your kind of credit union. In fact, Pay Me Checking puts real money right into your account every time you use your Visa debit card, online or in stores. Pay Me Checking, the free account that pays you, only from Communication Federal Credit Union.
Fourth down and less than a yard. Trips to the near side for Jones. Creasy out of the gun. Gets the snap. He's going to keep it. He has a first down. Very patiently filling his way behind the blocks to the left side. And he is tackled at the 32-yard line. He didn't need much. He didn't get much, but his good decision-making there, Sean, really paid off for the Horns.
Yeah, that was a quarterback power play to the left, away from the tight end. Did a good job. That was predetermined. He wasn't reading anything, just getting behind the big boys and go get a first down.
Another first down for the Longhorns. They have dominated this game in that category that is already 8 here in the first half, and we're just under 10 minutes to play before the break. Longhorns leading the Broncos 12-0 here in week 0. Game was delayed an hour. It was actually pushed back an hour due to the heat from 7 to 8 o'clock. Creasy, a deep drop all the way to the 23, steps up. He's hit once, hit twice, stays on his feet, gets out of an ankle tackle. He's got running room. 40, 45 to midfield. Creasy to the 40 and angles right, and he is hit hard and at the 37-yard line, and that was a late hit. I haven't seen a flag thrown yet, but there certainly should have been one, as he was clearly out of bounds when he took a big-time shot.
That is so frustrating for the Bethany sideline right now. And I've been on that sideline and seen that. Just you get pressure, breaks 2 tackles, makes a great play, ends up ripping off a 35-yard scramble.
First down to the 37-yard line. And honestly, Sean, there should have been 15 yards more tacked on to the end of that run. 9:15 to play here in the first half. A fresh set of downs for Creasy and company, this time in the Bronco 37. Single setback. They'll give it straight ahead to Isaiah Sawyer. Bounces out left. He's to the 25, and Sawyer is dump trucked down at the 23-yard line. The last man that had a chance to get him was Calderon, and he took his feet out from underneath him.
Bethany's going to have to make tackles when they got the opportunity to. Last 2 plays should have both been negative plays. They got to get at the line of scrimmage. Just got to make a play, got to make a tackle.
49 yards rushing for the Longhorns in the last 2 snaps from scrimmage. Well over half, probably 3/4 of those yards have come after contact. 8:59 to play here in the first half. Another fresh set of downs just outside the red zone of the 23. Creasy with Sawyer in the backfield. 2 receivers left and right. They set up a screen, and they dump it off to Sawyer. He's got running room. He's to the 10, to the 5, and Isaiah Sawyer is in for the touchdown. They came with a jailbreak rush, and once Creasy found Sawyer, that play was set up perfectly, and Isaiah was never touched for the line of scrimmage. So Creasy has run for a score. He has thrown for a score. Sawyer has a rushing and a receiving touchdown, and the lead extends now to 18-0 for the Longhorns.
Broncos have stopped them both times, therefore. Let's see if they can make it 3 for 3.
Kevin Witt in his career is 10-4. He was a longtime assistant for Dave Martin here at Jones. Martin left, of course, to go to Texas Tech. Now a swinging gate. They're going to toss it out left, and this time they convert on the 2-point try. It was well executed, and Asen Hansen, the backup quarterback, was the one that takes it in, and it's now 20-0 in favor of the Longhorns. Timeout, 8:42 to play in the first half. Back after these messages, it's week 0 from Squirtle.
Electricity, that's what we've been about since 1936. Since then, Cimarron's mission of bringing electricity to its members has been nothing short of successful. But over the years, it's become more than that. It's about powering our neighbors' heating in the winter, keeping the lights on at the ball field, and keeping your phones charged to capture those special moments. We are proud to be part of your community. Thank you for being part of Cimarron for all of these years.
I know. 8:42 to play here in the first half. And an 80-yard drive that went to 3rd down once. They converted on 4th down. A lot of missed tackles and then some terrific execution just outside the red zone by the Longhorns. And they had built a 3-touchdown lead over the Bethany Broncos out of Class 4A. Broncos last year gave up just over 18 points a ball game in 11 contests. They gave up right at that number, just a point less in their road games, in which they went 5-1. Squib kick up the middle. It's a return for the 23-yard line. And that is Alex Strother, and he weaves his way across the 30 and up to the 32-yard line. So that's where the Broncos will have it. And it's almost imperative now, Sean, that they come up with some type of points, preferably 6 on this drive.
They do. They have to. They got to get something on the board, even for their own psyche. Just get that 0 off the board. Had success running the ball last possession. You got to go back to that. You can't abandon that, no matter what the scoreboard says.
8:35 to play here in the first half. Jones 20, Bethany nothing. Locklear is the single setback. And again, it is Jackie Payne in there at quarterback. He awaits the snap back from Saylor. He's going to keep it himself. That's actually Gilliland that was the quarterback, and he weaves his way for about a yard to the 33-yard line. They'll sneak Judson out there to replace Jackie Payne quite a bit, and they did right there.
And that's one of those things. If you're the Jones defense, you see 7 at quarterback running an option, you're keying on him. He's not very likely to pitch that ball.
This is a Bethany team that's, I think, going to be very good by season's end, but right now they have a lot of question marks that they're taking small steps to get answered here tonight against a veteran team from Jones. Longhorns with a 3-man defensive front. They'll motion a man to the near side, Cooper Johnson. He lines up tight end. Gilliland again fakes the handoff, and he keeps it and gets another yard to the 34, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and a long 7 with 7:45 to play here in the first half. Both Judson Gilliland and Jackie Payne are in the backfield.
Jones is getting so much penetration up front. It's really making Bethany's gap schemes hard. By gap schemes, doubling down, pulling guys like that. It's making it tough. Bethany's having a whole lot more success running zone schemes right now.
Official timeout on the field with 7:25 to play in the half. We're back after this break here on Squirtle.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good. Game Time also provides custom messaging to help you promote your upcoming events, concessions, and event-specific announcements. And it gives you the opportunity to sell sponsorships on your station that will generate revenue for your athletic department. Amp up your game day with Game Time.
For more than 100 years, Oklahoma Career Tech has been training skilled and dedicated individuals, giving clear career paths to over 90,000 graduates a year. These individuals are the heartbeat of the Oklahoma workforce, serving thousands of companies, fueling this state's economy. Oklahoma is powered by Career Tech.
Gilliland will take the snap on 3rd down and long. He fakes the handoff, throws over the middle, the pass incomplete, but here comes the flag as he was looking for Wyatt Geisler, who actually had a step that time on Templeton, but Mason was grabbing the back of Geisler's 21 jersey, and that's going to give a 1st down for the Broncos.
Yeah, definitely a PI right there. He grabbed his jersey, slowed him down. Good call.
I'll tell you what, Sean, I think this officiating crew has done a very good job here in the first quarter and a half. It's opening night for them as well.
Yeah, they've done a phenomenal job. Called a great game.
So after the 15-yard penalty, the ball will rest at the 49-yard line. Tell you what, Gilliland had a gun on him, didn't he?
He did. He let the rip. Looked like a shortstop coming up throwing to first base.
And now he remains out there at quarterback. They'll empty the backfield. It's a 3-by-2 formation from the 49-yard line. Judson gets the snap. Now he's going to run. He is to the 50. He is to the 45. Diving towards the 1st down marker. He stretches out and is tackled to the 42. That's going to be very near another 1st down. Boy, he is cat quick when he hits the corner.
And that might be something Bethany wants to keep going back to the well on, is they went empty right there. Get Gilliland out. He's got a choice. Go quick game, or you can have quarterback run tag to it depending on what the defense gives him. That might be something they want to go back to.
He is less than a yard away for a 1st down at the 42-yard line of Jones. Only the 2nd time the Broncos have penetrated into the opposition's end of the field. Locklear will motion and line up as a receiver to the far side. Gilliland to throw, and he throws over the middle, and there's contact again, but it's incomplete. And I think that was inadvertent contact, as perhaps he got his legs tangled up with the receiver, and it's 3rd down at a yard. I like the play call, though, when you basically have a free play.
Yeah, absolutely. And I agree with you on the contact right there, Todd. I think it's just a competitive play on both sides. But I do like what Bethany's doing right now offensively. I think they found something here that they want to stick to.
6:33 to play in the first half. 20-0 Jones. You see the score on the bottom left. Big drive for Bethany, and down 3 scores. I think they certainly are in 4-down territory, although they need less than a full yard to refresh the down marker. Gilliland has gone all the way under center on this drive. He races up, goes under center. Saylor snaps the ball, and it'll be a keeper running left. He slides down to the 39, and that's easily enough yardage for a 1st down. Like that play. Judson went racing up behind Saylor, took the snap, and then just cut up off the left end.
I love the way Gillen runs the ball.
That is
a competitive kid.
That was a really creative play where he just rolls it out. And he has
Basically has 3 more years. This is game 1 of his sophomore season. Comes from a very athletic family. He is out now. Jackie Payne is in there as the quarterback. Tight formation. They run out of the pistol. Now they'll toss it to Gilland, who turns the end right, and he is hit at the 37-yard line. I didn't mean that he wasn't out there. He was out of the quarterback position. They dial his number again. He's been a workhorse on this drive, picking up 2 more. 2nd and 8 upcoming.
And again, these last 2 drives of Bethany have both been productive. They're running the ball. Seven's their guy. Continue to pound that and find what works for you.
With the exception of 1 drive, Sean, they've really been able to have success, but they've had breakdowns on key plays of series that have really hurt them.
Yeah, they're
Payne
negatives.
fakes the handoff, rolling right, throwing near side. There's a push, and there's another pass interference. Seth Griner was just shoved in the back that time by Mason Templeton. So another first down coming up for the Broncos via the penalty.
Yeah, this is something, again, got to find a way to put points on the board to end this drive.
Yeah. So Broncos are going to pick up another.
So the ball will go down to the 22-yard line after the 15-yard penalty is assessed. The Broncos, in terms of snaps, their second longest drive by just one, or the second longest drive by just 1 play. 5.5 minutes to go before the break. 20-0 Longhorns here on Squirtle. Now Gilland is in the backfield along with Locklear. And they will split the backs to each side of Jackie Payne. Payne hands it off. No, he doesn't. It's a fake handoff. Pitches right to Gilland. He's to the 20. Still going, breaking tacklers. Look how hard this young man runs as he gets up to the 18-yard line and then finally is able to be taken to the ground by a swarming Longhorn defense.
Another great effort by Gillen on the run. Just runs extremely hard. Jones' defense makes you work for everything. Great play by the corner, coming up and run support again. You got to be able to win some edge blocking out there if you're Bethany.
2nd down and 6. Carey puts the ball into the red zone at the 18-yard line. For the Broncos tonight, this is their first trip inside Jones. Correction, it's their second trip inside of the zone, Jones red zone. 1 back set. Judson is the quarterback. They'll hand it off to Locklear, and he is hit running behind left guard. And he fights to get to the 15, so he got half of the 6 needed. 3rd down upcoming with under 4.5 minutes now to play before the end of the first half.
The other thing I like about this, Jake, is eating up
11th play of the drive upcoming for Bethany. And you know what, Sean? This may turn out to be their best defense tonight against that explosive Longhorn defense. Keep the football in your offense's hands.
Absolutely. And I think, just kind of judging on the result of the last field goal attempt, I'm sure Coach Arthur's thinking 4-down territory right here.
Timeout called by Kevin Witt, and Jones will take a break. 4:14 to play in the first half. Bethany on the march. They trail 20-0 here with the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Anger, anxiety, worry, and disbelief. These are normal emotions to feel with an unplanned pregnancy. You have options, and you are not alone. Hope Pregnancy Center in Alva is a safe, confidential, and compassionate place to land. Hope offers free pregnancy testing and ultrasound, and you will be provided education for all your options. Remember, you aren't alone. We can help with hope. Visit thinkimpregnant.org. That's thinkimpregnant.org.
Are you looking for a local, reliable propane provider? Earnhardt Oil and Propane has been serving customers throughout Oklahoma since 1971. Let them tailor a pricing option to fit your budget. Avoid winter price spikes with easy pay, steady, predictable monthly payments you can count on. Need more fuel options? They also offer bulk fuel delivery, DEF, lubricants, and supplies for your business, all at competitive prices. For reliability 3 generations strong, call Earnhardt Oil and Propane at 866-270-1279 or visit www.earnhardtpropane.com.
Here we go, 3rd down and 3 at the 15-yard line, and Longhorn into the tariff field. Gillen fakes the handoff, is going to throw it into the left quarter of the end zone, and it is incomplete. And there was a twist to the right, the inside part of the field. I think that threw the timing of the play off.
Yeah, absolutely. Joe's doing a good job of disrupting the timing of the route to the line of scrimmage, too, getting hands on receivers.
Tell you what, we just saw something extraordinary here in the booth. Ethan was grabbed by the scruff of his neck and thrown out of the booth by Sister Ella, who now has taken over producing duties. 4:10 to play here in the first half. They need to get to the 12-yard line. Devontae Melton is out there along with Gilliland. Gilliland running right, needs a block, gets one, cuts left. He's to the 10 and hit hard, but enough to set up first down and goal to go. Jones is acting like the ball came out. We haven't seen a signal yet from the officials. And it is still Bethany football at the 9-yard line.
It looked like that ball did come out. I think Bethany caught a break right there.
So first down and goal to go. And you want to talk about a backbreaker and any hopes of coming back, that would have been it if you coughed the football up on a first down carry on 3rd and 4. 3:52 to play. They'll go with a full house look at the backfield. The quarterback is Payne. Hands off to Gillen. Cuts left, back right. Banging his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Bethany. I think they have figured out, give the football to Judson Gilliland.
Great job blocking up front right there. Again, kind of ran a little A-gap power there. Gillen run behind his pads so well. Such a vertical downhill runner. I love the way he runs.
That is his second career rushing touchdown. He had one last year of his 7 carries, going for 70 yards. Boy, he was impressive on that drive. They'll go out of the swinging gate for the try for point. Wyatt Geisler would be the kicker, but now it looks like they're going to bring Calderon in. And Calderon is now going to put the ball down at the 10-yard line. It's a little confusing as to what they were going to do. The snap is back, ball is down, kick is on the way, and he has plenty of leg, and it is good. So timeout, 3:44 to play here in the first half. We have a new ball game. Jones 20, Bethany 7 here on the Week 0 Squirtle Game of the Week. It's appropriate that Judson Gilliland got the first trip of the season to the Promised Land. He did most of that 68-yard drive on his own and capped it off with a 9-yard touchdown run. Here is Ruslan Calderon to kick it away, a line drive kick. It's fielded, mishandled, and picked up at the 10-yard line. Return to the 15 to the 20 with some room down the sideline. 30, 35, spins right and hit out of bounds. So a very nice return that time by Chase Pitts off a mishandled kick. And Jones will have good starting field position. Well, you had your drive for 6. Now you have to find a way to stop this Jones offense, which has been anything but easy for the Broncos to this point.
Yeah, this is going to be a huge possession right here for Bethany's defense. I mean, if you're Bethany coaching staff and you can get a stop right here and even go in down under 2 scores, I think that's momentum to build off of. So this is the thing. They got to win first down right here. They got to get Jones behind the chains.
That is a really good point. They have not won first down tonight. Jones has been ahead of the chains all evening long. Creasy out of the gun with a single setback. That's Isaiah Sawyer, who has 2 touchdowns. Sawyer motions to the near side. Creasy will keep it on a quarterback draw. 40 up to the 45-yard line and push forward, and finally down at the 47-yard line. A gain of a dozen. That's exactly what you're talking about, Sean. You've got to get more pressure than that and win first down.
Yeah, absolutely. And if Bethany's bringing a 3-man rush on just drop back, Creasy's going to continue to chew that up. The rush lanes are just too big.
So having faced this offense, what adjustment do you make?
I mean, put a spy on him. You got to get a guy, and obviously that plays with your pass defense a little bit in the back end. But if you can't get a pass rush to him, he's going to keep ripping off 10-yarders. You got to put a spy on him.
3 minutes and counting to play before halftime. 20-7 in favor of the Longhorns. Creasy fakes the handoff. He's going to keep it this time. He breaks more tackles, but he was stacked up and dropped right at the 48-yard line. So after he got by initial contact, they had a second wave that finished him off for a gain of 3. Or excuse me, 1.
This is going to be the important down, I think, here for Bethany, because it's been second down.
Second down and 9. Let's see if they can get the stop now after winning first down. 2:26 to play before halftime. 20-7 your score. You see it on the screen. Creasy with Sawyer in the backfield. Gets the snap. Drops to the 41. He's going to air it out deep right, and he has a receiver, and it's incomplete. It was dropped that time, and I think that was Mason Templeton.
Great throw right there from Creasy. You can't put that ball any better.
Good, not great, but good. Perfect throw.
So it's 3rd down and 9 at the 48-yard line. Jones has not punted here in the first half tonight.
I think if you're Bethany right here, you got to create some movement up front, run a little twist game, bring a fourth rusher in, and again, you can make one of them a spy. Just kind of mess with the movement a little bit.
Clock stops on the incompleted pass with 2:18 to play in the half. Sawyer in the backfield along with Creasy. A 2-by-2 look. Creasy drops to the 40, throwing deep again, and has a receiver that's dropped at the 9-yard line. It was on the fingertips of Braden Scott, and he could not haul it in, as Scott that time had beaten what, if you want to call it coverage, by the safety Jackie Payne.
If it hits you in the hands, you got to catch it. But he did play.
So 4th down and 9 at the 48-yard line with 2:11 to play here in the first half. And let's see what they do, whether it'll keep the offense out there with the field. They should have had 6 to be lined up for the extra point try.
Regardless of how you get there, Bethany D still got to feel good about getting a stop right there.
That's right. And it looks like Kevin Witt is going to trot the punt team on. The punter is Creighton Jones, number 17, a 6'3 junior, 180 pounds. Jones is at the 35-yard line for the Longhorns. He will kick it away to Wyatt Geisler, who stands at the 18-yard line.
Mr. Game Changer. Here comes the snap.
Snap is on the mark. Creighton Jones kicks it away. Geisler will wave for a fair catch and make it at the 16-yard line.
There was a herd of Longhorns.
So a 36-yard punt by Creighton Jones, his first of the season. And now with one timeout remaining, 2:06 to play in the first half, down to scores. Let's see how the Broncos elect to play going into the halftime locker room.
This will be a situation right here that they know, Coach Arthur will talk about in film over the weekend, just burning some of those timeouts early with personnel issues and things like that. You'd love to have those back right now.
You cannot win games, Sean, and you know it very well from a lengthy playing and coaching career if you don't win first down. You talked about it before that last drive. They gave up 9 on first down to the first snap and then buckled down, had a couple of drops, but still were able to force a punt. They hand it off, and Locklear is in trouble, and he's going to finally struggle to the line of scrimmage at the 18. So it's 2nd down and 10. Jones only has one timeout remaining as well.
Looks like Bethany's content with going to halftime, just kind of judge on their tempo.
Yeah, but you don't want to do anything silly deep in your own end of the field and give them cheap points. It's already a tough hill to climb with 24 minutes to play and down 14. But this Bethany team, you can tell, has improved series to series, both offensively and defensively tonight, against a veteran and talented Longhorn team. 2nd down and 10. Direct snap, Payne drops, now sets a screen out to Locklear, and he's across the 20, hit from behind at the 23-yard line. He picks up 5. So 3rd down and 5, and we're under 70 seconds now to play here in the first half.
And if I'm not mistaken, Todd, I think Bethany's getting the ball after half, so that's playing into their decision-making right now too.
Again, Jones has one timeout remaining. Bethany can work that clock down as far as they want. In fact, they can take it down to about just over a half minute before snapping it again, as there's 15 on the play clock. Now they look like they're going to check out of the play. Jackie Payne looking to the far side. 9 seconds, 8 seconds, 7 seconds to snap it. Now they're going to motion Locklear to the far side. Payne throws it out left, and he had a receiver wide open, and he threw behind Wyatt Geisler. And, I mean, he was wide open in front of the Bethany Bronco bench at the 32-yard line.
Looked like Geisler might have had a choice route right there, and him and the quarterback got mixed up. Looked like quarterback thought he was going to break in, and he was breaking towards the sideline.
35 seconds to play here in the first half. Now the Broncos are facing 4th down and 5 of their own 23, so you would think that we're probably going to see Wyatt Geisler, who was the intended target on that last attempt in punt formation. Now it's going to be Rustlin Calderon again. Calderon runs right. They almost got it. It hits at the 47, turns over. It's going to take a Bethany roll inside the 35-yard line down to the 33, and then it's picked up in traffic by one of the Longhorns on special teams, and that was almost disastrous. And he's fortunately near the sideline and able to be hit out of bounds, but with 24 seconds to go here in the first half, there is a flag back downfield. It looks like it's a hold against the Broncos, so Jones will decline it. And now the Longhorns are going to have good field position. See if they try to go for the juggler, leading by 2 scores. I think they do. I mean, they took 2 shots and probably should have had a touchdown on the last drive.
Yeah, I'd take a shot.
Absolutely cannot do that. I agree. You can't see us in the booth. We're motioning everybody back.
24 seconds to go here with the first half.
Bethany's got – they don't have a defensive back deeper than 12 yards right now. We'll see if they adjust.
Here's the snap. Creasy drops to the 25 under pressure. They're going to get home this time. They sack him at the 25-yard line, and they finally were able to get home and get to Clayton Creasy. And that should be the final play here of the first half, as Jones does not appear as if they're going to stop the clock. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, and that brings it into the first half of play. Boy, this Bethany team, Sean, has to feel extremely good going to the locker room. A touchdown, a stop, and then they get a sack on the final play of the first half.
Yeah, I think they got a ton of momentum, about as much as you can ask for going down 13, going into the half down 13. The last 2 possessions offensively have both been good. They've ran the ball, came away empty on one, scored on the second one, getting the ball after half. So a lot of the things to build on in the Bethany locker room at halftime.
All right, we'll discuss this first half more after this break at halftime. You see on your screen, Jones 20, Bethany 7. This is Week 0 high school football on Squirtle.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
When your business is agriculture, you want a bank behind you that doesn't cut and run at the first sign that there will be some tough times ahead. There are good years and there are always bad years. At Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, we're here for them all. Agriculture, it's the backbone of our local community. We believe in it. We invest in it. We're here for the long haul. If you're in agriculture, it's time to let Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma make your best even better. Contact a loan officer today. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, the area's leading lender in agriculture.
Dr. Devin Nightingale is your chiropractic choice in North Edmond with easy access from Cashion, Guthrie, Luther, and all the Oklahoma City surrounding areas. As a former college athlete, Dr. Nightingale understands the importance of a fully functioning body to gain that competitive edge. Also certified in prenatal and pediatric treatments, Dr. Nightingale sees all types of patients, ranging from 2 weeks old to 97 years old. We offer conservative treatments to get you back in the game, whether you're a weekend warrior or a professional athlete. So give us a call at 405-471-5565 for a free consultation today.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
Wiggins Auctioneers is a full-service auction company well-versed in selling farm and range land, minerals, commercial and residential properties, as well as equipment, estate, and trust liquidations. In order to better serve our clients, Wiggins Realty offers conventional for-sale listings as well as buyer representation. Whether buying or selling, auction or conventional, we want to be your trusted company. Wiggins Auctioneers, 3 generations strong and setting the standard since 1963.
Imagine a school with more than 26,000 enrollments per year, cultivating opportunities for students to develop new skills and gain industry-recognized certification. Now imagine a corporate training center that partners with more than 500 local businesses each year, providing a productive and prepared workforce for employers in Oklahoma through customized training. Now, imagine a community resource who believes our business thrives when our community thrives. We aren't just the local VOTEC, we are Autry Technology Center.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Yeah.
Hi again, everybody, and welcome back here to Tim Wallace Memorial Stadium in Jones, Oklahoma. There you see the Bethany High School Marching Band taking the field for the first time here in 2023, and the Broncos with some momentum going to the halftime locker room, and they'll have the football to start the third quarter, down 20-7. The score of the first half, Isaiah Sawyer, who last year did not have a carry, had 8 receptions for 82 yards, had not scored a touchdown in his Longhorn career, has 2. One on a 16-yard run that capped a 5-play, 65-yard drive in 71 seconds and opened the scoring tonight. It was 6-0 Longhorns. It would go to 12-0 after Creasy ran in from 2 yards out, a 6-play, 61-yard drive. Both times the conversion try for 2 failed. And it would be 20-0 after a missed 28-yard field goal by the Broncos, and then a Creasy 23-yard pass to Sawyer. Hanson booted through ran in for 2, should I say. It was 20-0, and then an impressive 13-play, 68-yard drive by the Broncos. Gilliland with a 9-yard run, Calderon with the kick, and that's where we stand, 20-17. Sean, opening night, a lot of new faces out there. If you're the head coach, John Arthur of Bethany, you don't want to be down 2 scores. You'd like to be leading, but all in all, are you pretty pleased with where this game is at the break?
Absolutely. I think going down under 2 scores at halftime, you got some things to build on here. Getting the ball out of the half, we talked about it. I think you just got to continue to find creative ways to get the ball in Gilliland's hands. They've done a good job with him. They've put him at quarterback. They ran some inside power game with him. They put him in the slot, give it to him on jet sweeps, some outside zone stuff. Again, I just think he's a guy that can win one-on-one matchups. He can get to the edge. He can run downhill. So at the end of the day, it gets simple. You got to continue to find ways to get the ball in the hands of the guys that can win one-on-one matchups and move the chains for you.
When you are young, you have to rebuild and replace the senior class like you had to with Bethany last year. You need all your weapons, and they don't have all their weapons. In fact, they are missing their sophomore corner, who is one of the better defensive backs in 4A, is just a sophomore, Evanson Malaska. At Oklahoma State football team camp a few weeks ago, broke his foot. I believe it was his foot or ankle, and he is out at least until the title game, so that's probably 3 or 4 more weeks. But the OU, should I say Malaska, who has an offer from the University of Oklahoma, is a big part of what they do in the backfield.
Yeah, absolutely. And so many of these teams are so much different. We're going to see in week 5 or 6 or even late in the year playoff time. It just don't even look like the same team as you see in week 0. So, and even within the guys that you have that are healthy, you're going to see personnel changes. Teams are going to see what works and what don't. So that's what a lot of these early stuff is for, So Bethany's a team that's going to continue to improve and get all their guys back healthy and make a run.
Well, the Broncos, in my opinion, improve from series to series on both sides of the football. Okay, you told me earlier, as a head coach, you prefer one scrimmage and then get after it. But when you have a lot of young guys like Bethany does, would an extra week of preparation leading into the opener maybe been more beneficial, or from a head coaching standpoint, does it matter? You just want to get out and tee it up under the Friday night lights?
I'm sure each guy has their own preference. Regardless of the situation, I still love playing week 0. I was never really a fan of 2 scrimmages. I like the ability to get out, get under the lights, kick it off, see what you got, see what you don't got, see how guys perform under the lights. It's just different when it counts, when the scoreboard's on as opposed to a scrimmage. You kind of see how those guys are going to perform. You find out so much about yourself early, and like we've talked about with the way the district schedule lines up and things like that, you're able to play 0, 1, 2, have a bye week before you hit district, make adjustments, scout yourself, get guys that are banged up healthy, and then be able to go into district play really feeling as strong as you can.
He is Sean Meek. I'm Todd Miller, and we are at halftime from Jones and Tim Wallace Memorial Stadium, where the Longhorns lead the Broncos at halftime 20-7 in week 0 high school football. The second half is coming up in about 11 minutes, and we'll have the kickoff. Bethany will possess the football when we return here on Squirtle.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business, and remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news! The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
Is your spouse's snoring becoming an issue? Have you been told that you need a sleep study but refuse to go into a sleep lab? Then Next Gen Sleep is here to help with our innovative solution for the evaluation, testing, and treatment of sleep apnea. Next Gen is proud to offer this FDA-approved, convenient, and affordable solution that can be done all from the comfort of your own home. Call today to get started. 405-308-3324 or email us at information@nextgensleep.com.
So, not real big on paying bank fees? Well, that's okay. It means you're smart with your money and you know how to get a good deal. You're a credit union kind of person, and Communication Federal is your kind of credit union. In fact, Pay Me Checking puts real money right into your account every time you use your Visa debit card, online or in stores. Pay Me Checking, the free account that pays you, only from Communication Federal Credit Union.
Electricity, that's what we've been about since 1936. Since then, Cimarron's mission of bringing electricity to its members has been nothing short of successful. But over the years, it's become more than that. It's about powering our neighbors' heating in the winter, keeping the lights on at the ball field, and keeping your phones charged to capture those special moments. We are proud to be part of your community. Thank you for being part of Cimarron for all of these years.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good. Game Time also provides custom messaging to help you promote your upcoming events, concessions, and event-specific announcements. And it gives you the opportunity to sell sponsorships on your station that will generate revenue for your athletic department. Amp up your game day with Game Time.
For more than 100 years, Oklahoma Career Tech has been training skilled and dedicated individuals, giving clear career paths to over 90,000 graduates a year. These individuals are the heartbeat of the Oklahoma workforce, serving thousands of companies, fueling this state's economy. Oklahoma is powered by Career Tech.
Anger, anxiety, worry, and disbelief, these are normal emotions to feel with an unplanned pregnancy. You have options, and you are not alone. Hope Pregnancy Center in Alva is a safe, confidential, and compassionate place to land. Hope offers free pregnancy testing and ultrasound, and you will be provided education for all your options. Remember, you aren't alone. We can help with hope. Visit thinkimpregnant.org. That's thinkimpregnant.org.
Are you looking for a local, reliable propane provider? Earnhardt Oil and Propane has been serving customers throughout Oklahoma since 1971. Let them tailor a pricing option to fit your budget. Avoid winter price spikes with easy pay, steady, predictable monthly payments you can count on. Need more fuel options? They also offer bulk fuel delivery, DEF, lubricants, and supplies for your business, all at competitive prices. For reliability 3 generations strong, call Earnhardt Oil and Propane at 866-270-1279 or visit www.earnhardtpropane.com.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
When your business is agriculture, you want a bank behind you that doesn't cut and run at the first sign that there will be some tough times ahead. There are good years and there are always bad years. At Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, we're here for them all. Agriculture, it's the backbone of our local community. We believe in it. We invest in it. We're here for the long haul. If you're in agriculture, it's time to let Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma make your best even better. Contact a loan officer today. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, the area's leading lender in agriculture.
Dr. Devin Nightingale is your chiropractic choice in North Edmond with easy access from Cashion, Guthrie, Luther, and all the Oklahoma City surrounding areas. As a former college athlete, Dr. Nightingale understands the importance of a fully functioning body to gain that competitive edge. Also certified in prenatal and pediatric treatments, Dr. Nightingale sees all types of patients, ranging from 2 weeks old to 97 years old. We offer conservative treatments to get you back in the game, whether you're a weekend warrior or a professional athlete. So give us a call at 405-471-5565 for a free consultation today.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
Wiggins Auctioneers is a full-service auction company well-versed in selling farm and range land, minerals, commercial and residential properties, as well as equipment, estate, and trust liquidations. In order to better serve our clients, Wiggins Realty offers conventional for-sale listings as well as buyer representation. Whether buying or selling, auction or conventional, we want to be your trusted company. Wiggins Auctioneers, 3 generations strong and setting the standard since 1963.
Imagine a school with more than 26,000 enrollments per year, cultivating opportunities for students to develop new skills and gain industry-recognized certification. Now imagine a corporate training center that partners with more than 500 local businesses each year, providing a productive and prepared workforce for employers in Oklahoma through customized training. Now imagine a community resource who believes our business thrives when our community thrives. We aren't just the local Votech, we are Autry Technology Center.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business, and remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news! The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
Is your spouse's snoring becoming an issue? Have you been told that you need a sleep study but refuse to go into a sleep lab? Then Next Gen Sleep is here to help with our innovative solution for the evaluation, testing, and treatment of sleep apnea. Next Gen is proud to offer this FDA-approved, convenient, and affordable solution that can be done all from the comfort of your own home. Call today to get started. 405-308-3324 or email us at information@nextgensleep.com.
So, not real big on paying bank fees? Well, that's okay. It means you're smart with your money and you know how to get a good deal. You're a credit union kind of person, and Communication Federal is your kind of credit union. In fact, Pay Me Checking puts real money right into your account every time you use your Visa debit card, online or in stores. Pay Me Checking, the free account that pays you, only from Communication Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back here to Jones. Both teams are back into the field. We're about a minute away for the start of the second half. The Longhorns with a 2-touchdown lead over the Broncos, 20-7. But again, snap by snap, possession by possession on both sides of the football. You can really see this young Bethany team growing up, the game slowing down, and they were very, very competitive after digging themselves a 20-0 hole. You don't want to ever second-guess a coach. These guys have forgotten more football than I will ever know, but you wonder if John Arthur, if he had it to do all over again, would have gone ahead and tried for that touchdown, Sean, instead of trying the 28-yard field goal, because who knows? Even if you don't get it, you've got great defensive starting field position.
Yeah, hindsight, I'm sure Coach Arthur would probably tell you that now. You know, again, that's just one of the deals of week 0, really. You don't really know what you're good at and what you're not yet. You've repped it in practice 1,000 times. You may have done it in the scrimmage here and there, but doing it under the lights is completely different. So that's another thing that's so valuable with these early season games is finding out that situation will probably be handled differently when you get into district play week 4, week 5, and down the road.
John Arthur has continued the tradition started by Reagan Roof. He is closing in on Reagan Roof's all-time win total at Bethany High School. Needs just 7 wins to surpass his predecessor. And again, they've only had 2 losing seasons since 2010. Over the last 19 years, they've had 9 seasons in which they've won 9 games or more. They face a difficult road this year with a young team, and they will face John Marshall and Woodward at home the next 2 weeks. A good chance for victories before starting the 4A District 2 slate.
Back here for second half action, right having Jake Major on the call.
Bethany just now breaking huddle as they await the second half kickoff. And the kickoff will be from Mason Weir, W-E-I-H-E-R, 5'10", 170-pound senior. Bethany will move from right to left. That's south to north here in the third quarter of play. Broncos getting a touchdown, a stop, and then a sack on the final play of the first half. Really feeling much better as we start the second half. They squib it up the middle, and it takes a big hop. It's fumbled, and then finally the Broncos able to dive on it at the 31-yard line. Right there, Coach Meek, is exactly why Weir kicks the way he does, hoping for a hop, and that could have been disastrous for Bethany.
Absolutely. You never know which way that ball's going to hop, and that's what makes that so dangerous, you know. And you wonder if that's something they're going to carry on throughout the entire season, or that's just an effort this week to keep the ball out of Gilliland's hands, kicking deep. But definitely just a dangerous play for the receiving team.
First down and 10 at the 31-yard line for the Broncos, moving from right to left. Let's see who they have out there at quarterback. Judson Gilliland, who was a big part of their offensive success the last couple of series late in the first half, is in the backfield. He'll be the quarterback. Locklear is offset to his right. And now they float the snap back to Locklear, and there's flags down. There may have been movement before the snap as Locklear is tackled at the 31-yard line. That play looked discombobulated before even the snap.
That's, again, we've talked about that in the first half, too, with Bethany offense, just the ability to not create those negative plays for yourself.
Thought it could have been a false start, but it was a hold instead on Bethany. And that will even be worse because instead of 5 yards and the down over, it's going to be first down and about 20. And there's an injured Bronco at the 28-yard line. It looks like a cramp, and I got to be honest with you, Sean, I'm surprised that, at least to me, that's the first cramp I've seen tonight. Don't know that it is, but I thought we would have a lot of cramping going on in a hot and humid night.
Yeah, you see a ton early in the season, but you know both these staffs, both these teams, their program throughout the summer and how they prepare themselves is a huge tip of the hat to them. Both these teams look like they're in pretty good shape.
2 very good coaches, Kevin Witt at Jones and, again, John Arthur at Bethany. The Broncos last year were in a 3-way tie with Blanchard and Tuttle for the 4A2 championship, but after all the tiebreakers played out, they were sent to the road for the first round of the playoffs. They lost at Clinton 34-27. That snapped a lengthy win streak of 6 straight games after losing the district opener at home to Tuttle 40-34. Broncos, as they continue to stretch out the injured player out there on the field, as you can see, are 2-1 since 2020 against the Longhorns. And they have been very, very good under John Arthur the last several years, this being his 7th year in Bethany. But over the last 19 years, the Broncos are 40 games above 500 outside of their home field, 69-29. Jones won the first game of the series. Bethany has won the last 2, including again last year, 37-26. So they continue to attend to the injured Bronco. We'll take a quick timeout. 11:53 to play here in the third quarter, just underway in the second half. Bethany trailing Jones 20-7 on Squirtle.
Electricity, that's what we've been about since 1936. Since then, Cimarron's mission of bringing electricity to its members has been nothing short of successful. But over the years, it's become more than that. It's about powering our neighbors' heating in the winter, keeping the lights on at the ball field, and keeping your phones charged to capture those special moments. We are proud to be part of your community. Thank you for being part of Cimarron for all of these years.
Ben Saylor was the injured Bronco, 6'2", 265, who told you that he and Will Strawn, the left tackle, both came in playing 20 pounds heavier than they did last year. Both were at 245 last year. They were 265. So the new center is Joe Barry, and they'll empty the backfield. Gillen to throw, fires over the middle. It's caught on a great reception. Wyatt Geisler, he climbed the ladder and was able to haul it into the 38-yard line. He paid the price as he picks up 17 and gets them out of a first and long hole. It's second down at about 5.
Great job by Geisler. He does such a good job of going up and getting the ball, going up and competing at a high point, not allowing the ball to get to his body.
Line of scrimmage at the 38-yard line. But I'll tell you what, you think about Gilliland, Sean, as a runner. He's been showcased with his running abilities here in the first half. That guy has a cannon out there behind him.
He absolutely does. I guarantee that guy plays baseball, too. He looks like a shortstop. I said that earlier. If he can do enough of that to keep the defense honest, it's really going to open things up.
He'll fake the handoff. No, he does not. Probably should have pulled it. They swarmed in on Landry Locklear, and he is smothered under for no gain. It's going to be 3rd down and 3 at the 38-yard line. That was one instance where he probably didn't make the right read.
Yeah. And that's one of those things, if you're Coach Arthur, you want to read it, but you want the ball in Seven's hands.
10.5 minutes to play, third quarter. Todd Miller, Sean Meek, and the crew with you here from Jones tonight, our Week 0 broadcast. 1 of 3 this weekend of the opening week of high school football. Out of the empty set, Gillen will break tackles. He spins after a run defender at the 41, and then finally is down to the 44-yard line. 6 yards, and that was impressive by the sophomore, who plays much tougher than 5'10", 180 pounds.
So, Todd, that's what we talked about earlier, is finding different ways to get the ball in his hands. Jones had it played pretty well, breaks the tackle, runs low, pushes the pile, gets first down.
10:15 to play here with the third quarter. Jones jumped, and they got by with it. They didn't call it. Now they're going to change the play as Judson Gillen, the quarterback, along with Locklear, who's in the backfield, will look to the east side here of the stadium. Play clock is down to 9 seconds. They have a 2-by-2 formation. 3-man defensive front. Now Geisler motions to the near side. This time Gillen will keep it, and Judson is across midfield, so give him 6. And it's going to bring up second down and short. They know where he's going. They know who's going to get the football, but they have not, they being Jones, been able to slow Gilliland down.
Yeah, absolutely. And even like we've talked about, when Jones has guys in position, he's making guys miss. He's breaking tackles. He's just a good football player. Testament to Coach Arthur and his staff at halftime. You can tell they've definitely spent time knowing what they're going to do coming out.
9:19 to play third quarter. Second down and 4 at midfield. Gillen fakes the handoff, rolls right, dumps it off to Geisler. He breaks tackles. He's down the boundary to the 35-yard line. And Geisler finally is tackled to the 34, 16 yards on the pitch and catch. And boy, Bethany right now has this very aggressive Longhorn defense to their heels.
Doing a great job, just really a type of veer option right there, just using more field to do it.
Judson last year only attempted one pass. He was 0 for 1. It was an interception. He has looked good tonight passing. 15 yards officially to the 35 of the Horns. 2 receivers to the near side. Empty set. Gilliland will keep it this time behind left guard Jonathan Salcedo, and he manages just 1 yard to the 34, where the Longhorns swarm him, and that is the shortest gain on a snap here in this third quarter, opening drive for the Broncos.
You still like it, though. You still feel the ability with the ball in his hands. You're not going to take negative plays.
You just get the feeling he's going to break a big one of this running game.
Absolutely.
2nd and 9 at the 34 of Jones. 8.5 minutes to play, third quarter. Glad to begin a new season of high school football here on Oklahoma's premier streaming service, Squirtle. Now they're going to toss sweep to Alex Strother running right, and he cuts up off the end and gets 1 yard to the 33. Going to bring up 3rd down and 8, and boy, Jones really had that play sniffed out well.
Is this going to be another personal foul?
There is a late flag that comes in at the end of the play. You can see it. It's in the backfield. It was after the play, and it's behind the play at the 40-yard line. The Whitecap is going to walk this way. Now they're going to confer. This is a big flag either way.
The dazzle of zebras.
Here it is. It's a dead ball foul, personal foul, Bethany. And now it's going to be a personal foul against Jones. So they'll offset.
And was that Sigler that got tied up out there? Yeah, that was Sigler.
And that is the second personal foul tonight against the Jones defense, and the first of the evening against Bethany.
8:20 remaining.
So the play will offset, and in a sense, that's a win for Bethany because they get 2nd down over. It's 2nd and 9 instead of 3rd and 8.
Yeah, if you're Bethany right there, you take that.
That penalty was a lot more costly for the Jones defense than it was for the Bethany offense. 2nd down and 9 to the 34-yard line. Locklear in the backfield, the pistol formation. Gilliland seems to have taken over the quarterback job here since the midway point of the second quarter. Judson gets the snap, fakes the handoff, floats it out right at receiver, wide open. It's caught at the 10 of the 5, and he's hit for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Broncos, Jackie Payne.
Jackie Payne, who started the night as the quarterback, catches a touchdown pass from his backup, Judson Gilliland, and this is a one-score game, and I think it's fair to say they blew coverage in the secondary.
Yeah, I mean, they had one-on-one out there, and again, that's what Gilliland does to you is he just makes you pack the box. They got to continue to take those matchups. Those are safe throws. Those are winnable throws. They got to continue to take those matchups.
34 yards through the air, and now Bethany will look to tack on the extra point with Ruslan Calderon, who already tonight is 1 for 1. That drive took just 2 seconds shy of 4 minutes. And it goes 79 yards. Payne, who caught the touchdown pass, will put the ball down. Everything is perfect. Kick is on the way, and it is good.
Refs say it's good. We say it's good. It's 20-14.
Tell you what, Ruslan Calderon has a cannon for a leg. Timeout, 8:02 to play. Don't go anywhere. We have a great one tonight on Squirtle. It's Jones 20, Bethany 14, here with the game of the week.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good. Game Time also provides custom messaging to help you promote your upcoming events, concessions, and event-specific announcements. And it gives you the opportunity to sell sponsorships on your station that will generate revenue for your athletic department. Amp up your game day with Game Time.
Well, if you walked away and thought this one was securely in the win column for the Longhorns, welcome back. You've missed 2 touchdowns in the last 3 offensive drives dating back to the end of the first half for the Broncos. And Bethany is within 6, 20-14. Ruslan Calderon will kick it off. And he sends it high into the air to the near side. at the 24-yard line. It's fumbled. It's on the turf, and Bethany is saying they've come up with the football. There's one Bronco, two Longhorns right
Bethany
there.
may have it.
Bethany is acting like they have come up with the football. It was miscommunication, and now they give Jones the football. They said the Longhorns recovered it. Tell you what, that was a case of lack of communication for the deep return man to the up man, Sean, as they almost collided. The ball hit the chest of the up man and was fumbled, and Jones very, very fortunate. Bethany did not recover.
You definitely kind of feel the momentum shifting right now in every play, even the ones that turn out in Jones' favor. Just more momentum building on Bethany's side. We'll see if Jones can answer.
8:01 to play here in the third quarter. If you're going to answer, why not answer with this guy, Clayton Creasy? He's run for a score, thrown for one. Low snap, throws it out left, Mason Wheeler, and they're going to blow the play dead. And I think there was some movement. There was illegal procedure up front against Jones, so a pre-snap penalty will back the line of scrimmage up to the 23. Tell you what, I have never seen a game completely turn the way this one has, without the aid of some self-inflicted mistakes by one squad. It has just been Bethany, this game slowing down. They've taken it to the Longhorns, who came out emotionally charged. And now Jones is in a fight for their lives here on opening night. First and 15 of the 23. One back set, two receivers left, one right. They fake the handoff. Creasy is going to throw over the middle, and it's incomplete. They had Weir on a slant. He had inside position, and the ball sails incomplete. It's going to bring up second down at 15.
And again, you just see Bethany playing with more and more confidence with each snap.
Literally, I said in the first half, Sean, it was possession by possession, offensive and defensively. No, now it is literally snap to snap. And that offensive front of Jones that was controlling things early, not doing so much against that front three now of the Broncos.
Yeah, Creasy's definitely just on offensively, side of the ball, having to move his feet a little more. Bethany gets some push up front.
Creasy throws it out left for Weir. Weir's in trouble, stays at his feet, struggles, and manages to get to the 23, which was the original line of scrimmage. They may give him a yard to the 24. And that was terrific flow to the football by the Bronco defense. They had three white helmets, three white jerseys right around Mason Weir. Officially no gain. It's going to bring up third and 15. Under 7.5 minutes to play. A rapidly played third quarter from Jones. Longhorns empty the backfield. They have quads to the near side. Creasy to throw for the 15. Throws it out left. It's caught, but well short of the first down. The catch made at the 32-yard line.
So you've seen them go to the same play there twice, taught out of that set. They go 4-by-1 with a backside tight end. They're throwing about that 10-yard out. Earlier for a first down, this one's short, obviously, but chewed up a little bit of yardage, able to punt with a little bit better field position.
Ellison with his second catch of the night. He is a junior tight end, but he was well short of the needed yardage. He's going to be about 5 yards short, a 10-yard gain to the 33. And it looks like that Mason Weir is going to be on in punt formation with a 21-yard line. Cross will await the punt from Weir, and now we get a Jones timeout. Longhorns are reeling. Almost 5 minutes gone here in the second half. Bethany within 6, 20-14 on Squirtle.
Anger, anxiety, worry, and disbelief. These are normal emotions to feel with an unplanned pregnancy. You have options, and you are not alone. Hope Pregnancy Center in Alva is a safe, confidential, and compassionate place to land. Hope offers free pregnancy testing and ultrasound, and you will be provided education for all your options. Remember, you aren't alone. We can help with hope. Visit thinkimpregnant.org. That's thinkimpregnant.org.
Welcome back into Bethany Bronco Football Live here on
Back here with Jones, Todd Miller, and the Squirtle crew with you. 7:17 to play, 20-14. Been an honor for me tonight to share the booth with Sean Meek, a guy I've known since he was in high school, called his games in high school and college, and he has really done a good job tonight. And that's a terrible punt. He shanked it, hits at the 35. Now he goes down and still rolling to the 25-yard line, and Jones finally downs the football. And Gilliland looked like he had ideas of trying to pick that ball up. And Weir appears to have injured himself on that punt. He is writhing in pain at the 25-yard line.
24. Is that the running back?
So that's Sawyer.
Yeah, that's Sawyer. I think he's also their punter. Is down and injured. We're going to take a break. This is Bethany Bronco Football Live from Crossover.
It appears to be Isaiah Sawyer.
Are you looking
back who's had a great night, and he was the punter. And they are attending to him with the training staff out there right now. It looks like maybe they're stretching for a cramp. But, boy, this game has just completely changed, Sean, just completely changed. And now Judson Gilliland and company are going to have a short field of the 25-yard line.
Well, and just things within the game, too, Todd, that, Coach Arthur and the Bethany staff just continue to build on. Early when Jones had all the momentum, you look at those early 2 scores, those 2 touchdowns, Jones going for 2 and getting those stops on those 2-point conversions. That's given Bethany the opportunity now here, touchdown, extra point. They're ahead all of a sudden. So, again, with a young team, just continuing to find those teachable moments and value every snap.
And that was a negative 8-yard punt. And you can see there Isaiah Sawyer able to get up and walk off the field on his own power, more than likely a cramp. Again, we've seen a couple of those here in the second half. And now the Broncos with a point-blank opportunity to take their first lead of the night, perhaps, with 7:05 to play here in the third quarter. Gilliland is in the backfield along with Jackie Payne. Payne caught the touchdown on the last possession. Now Payne is going to take the snap. He's going to option right. Gets it to Judson. He is hemmed in, spins off contact, picks up a yard to the 24. Second down and 9 upcoming, and the Longhorns hit him with 3 defenders. It took 1 to get him down to the turf after he spun off initial contact. How many of the total yards tonight do you think for both teams have come after contact?
Yeah, a ton. And again, that's a play right there. Probably with a lesser ball carrier, that might be a 2 or 3 yard loss. Jones defended it very well. Gilliland has consistently made the first guy miss break tackles over and over.
6:27 to play, third quarter. Single setback is Payne. They have 3 to the left, 2 to the right. An empty backfield. Payne throws it over. No, he's got a receiver wide open, and Geisler dropped it for crying out loud at the 10-yard line. Wyatt Geisler had 6 walking, crawling, running backwards, doing backflips. Nobody was going to stop him for the goal line, but he took his eyes off what would have been his 4th touchdown of the last 2 years. Boy, this Longhorn defense that was so aggressive early, they are just reeling. It's what the presence of Judson Gilliland has done. They fake the handoff. Payne throws it out right. It is caught. And, boy, he is punished after the catch at the 20-yard line. My goodness, he took a punishment. That was Ruslan Calderon that made the catch.
Great job by Calderon holding on to the football right there. You still feel good about that if you're Bethany. You pick up about 4, now you got 4th and 5.
4th down and 5. Halfway through the third period. 20-14. Jones went 3 plays it out. The Longhorn fans, you might be able to hear the stomping of the feet of the metal bleachers down below. And now they're going to try a field goal. This from 36 yards. The snap is down. The kick is in the air, and he has plenty of leg, but he has missed it. Wide left. So Calderon has missed 2 wide left, and the lead remains 6 for the Longhorns, 20-14, with 5:35 to play here in the third period. I don't disagree with that. I mean, the line of scrimmage was at the 20. That's where they start after the field goal missed.
Yeah. That's tough yardage distance right there, 4th and 5, given your situation. Honestly, pre-snap, I wouldn't be surprised if we would have seen a fake right there.
First down and 10 at the 20-yard line. Let's see if Jones can get some momentum going offensively. 5:35 to play here in the quarter. Clayton Creasy with a single setback. 2 receivers left. They'll turn and they'll hand it off. Sawyer back in the ball game, takes the handoff and blasts off left guard for 5 out to the 25-yard line. Boy, he hit the hole hard for a guy that 2 plays earlier was down cramping to the field.
Yeah, Jones has to be able to reestablish the run here. They were doing it so well early, got away from it for a couple drives.
5:05 to play, third period, 20-14. Jones, you see it on your screen. Longhorns with a 5-yard gain. That is their longest play from scrimmage in the second half. Sawyer the single setback. Creasy turns it. He hands it off to Isaiah. He is hit and driven backwards. A terrific play by Judson Gilliland. He came up and stuck his nose in the hole and hit him right at the point of attack. Forward progress will give a yard to the 26.
Great job by Gilliland right there on the tackle. But I tell you what, the Bethany defensive line really stoned those pullers coming through, gummed up the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and 4. Jones early in the ball game good on 3rd down. Lately they have struggled dating back to the mid stages of the 2nd quarter. 4:15 to play here with the 3rd. 20-14. Creasy looking to the near side. Sawyer over the backfield. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Tied in Ellison lined up to the near side. Back to throw Creasy. Throws left. Receiver open, and he dropped it. It's incomplete.
Great job by the Bronco defense.
He was looking for, I believe, Jacoby Wolf, number 3 on the near side. And now it is 4th down and a long 3. And this Longhorn offense is as frustrated as they've been in some time.
Hey, and I'll tell you what, after the result of Jones' last punt right now and giving them momentum, if you're Bethany right now, you're coming after this. You are putting the pressure on them. Make them execute special teams.
Isaiah Sawyer has been the punter tonight, not Weir. And Sawyer punted last time for -8. He stands back at the 15-yard line. Bethany with 2 return men standing back at their own 40-yard line. Broncos are going to rush 4. Good snap back, plenty of time. It's a high, wobbly punt. And now they'll make the fair catch at the 45-yard line. And Cross will be the one that makes the fair catch. Without a doubt, Broncos dominated this game in the 3rd quarter. Have 1 touchdown, still trail by 6. We'll take a timeout. With 4:10 to play in the 3rd, it's 20-14 Jones on Squirtle.
Are you looking for a local, reliable propane provider? Earnhardt Oil and Propane has been serving customers throughout Oklahoma since 1971. Let them tailor a pricing option to fit your budget. Avoid winter price spikes with easy pay, steady, predictable monthly payments you can count on. Need more fuel options? They also offer bulk fuel delivery, DEF, lubricants, and supplies for your business, all at competitive prices. For reliability 3 generations strong, call Earnhardt Oil and Propane at 866-270-1279 or visit www.earnhardtpropane.com.
28-yard punt by Isaiah Sawyer, and the Broncos have it at the 46-yard line. They're going to split the backs as they will have both Gilliland and Locklear in the backfield. Payne takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls right, dumps it off. Gilliland is plowed under for a loss at the 44-yard line. I don't know how he even held on to the football as Judson Gilliland was blown up with a play, 2nd and long upcoming for the Broncos. 3:47 and counting to play 3rd quarter. Last night on Squirtle's Game of the Week, Timberlake, a lot of people's favorites to win Class C, went down at Covington Douglas. Good win for Brian Smith and the Wildcats, 22-6 over Brian Severn and the Tigers. Also tonight here on Squirtle, Choctaw hosting Del City. Play action pass. Gillen throws it out right, and it's caught at midfield, and then he's driven out of bounds at the 48-yard line. Payne made the catch. That's Jackie Payne's 2nd catch here in the quarter, and it brings up 3rd down and very manageable now for Bethany.
So they're starting to figure out the 2nd down woes, and that's something that we were talking about early in the 1st.
3:15 to play. Clock is stopped. Big 3rd down here for Bethany at the 49-yard line of Jones. They motion a man from right to left. They fake the handoff. Gilliland, and he is cut down and dropped at midfield, a loss of 1. Sometimes you can go to the well one time too many, and they may have right then. So it's 4th down and a long 6. Again, you have a chance to flip the field and really get good starting field position defensively. Jacoby Wolf, I believe, is the return man. It's hard to tell with those green on black jerseys. Calderon to punt from his own 40-yard line. The snap floats back. Rustlin puts a leg into it. It's a high kick, and that's a good one. At the 11, it's going to be returned. And great open field tackle by Garrett Johnson. Double deuce at the 10. And, boy, now the defense can pin their ears back. There's a terrific punt But how about the special teams play?
Yeah, great punt, great coverage right there. Bethany special teams doing a great job getting down the field and covering. Great open field tackle, too. Executed very well.
1st and 10, Jones at their own 10-yard line. 2:30 to play here in the third quarter. Let's revisit a topic we talked about in the first half, Sean, winning first down. Bethany has done that. They've also cleaned up their problems on second down offensively, and thus they've dominated this third quarter.
Yeah, we'll see. Again, just Jones got to kind of reestablish the run. You got to think Bethany's going to be aggressive right here defensively. They've pretty much had all the momentum since early in the third quarter. See if Jones incorporates some of the screen game back in. They haven't done that in a while. Kind of used Bethany's aggressiveness against them.
Timeout on the field. We'll break for this message on Squirtle. Sawyer in the backfield on 1st down and 10 for the Longhorns. Deep in the run into the field of the 10. It's a fake handoff. Under pressure again is Creasy, and they get home again. If the play stands, it is a loss of 2 back to the 8, but a flag came in just about the time that Creasy was going to the ground.
Might be defensive holding out here on the corner.
If it's on this side, it's on Bryson Miller, the senior. And that's exactly what it is. It's pass interference called against the Broncos. So that negates a big play on 1st down. And now they'll get a refresh of the downs and move out to the 20-yard line with 2:26 to play here in the third.
It's going to be a 10-yard penalty, so it's going to go from 1st and 10 from the 10 to 1st and 10 from the 20.
2 receivers to the near, or 3 receivers left, 1 receiver to the near side. Creasy fakes the handoff, drops, throws left, ball underthrown. The receiver came back, and they say he made the catch at the 28-yard line. Really good catch. I don't know if that was Braden Scott that came back to make the catch. A gain of 8. It's going to bring up 2nd down and short. Under 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Just after 10 o'clock.
We're thankful for 7 o'clock kickoffs most of the time. But 8 o'clock tonight will take.
I'm old enough to remember when high school football started at 8 o'clock. And this is why they don't do it anymore. It's late nights. 2nd and 8, or 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line. Creasy awaiting the snap back from King. He gets it. He drops. He's under pressure. Now he's going to tuck it and run. Up the middle. He has a 1st down and more. Spins free of contact to the 40. And Clayton Creasy is to the 45-yard line.
Bethany had an unblocked rusher off the edge. This is a play you have to make. Again, once he breaks the first level, he's going to rip off 25-30 on you.
Well, he instead ripped off 17 at the 1st down. Near midfield. We're under a minute and a half to play here in the third quarter. Jones has kind of wrestled some of that third quarter momentum away from the Broncos. Trying to get the advantage back to 2 scores. They led 20-7 at halftime. Bethany with a touchdown pass. Gilliland to Jackie Payne has been the only scoring since halftime. That belongs to the Broncos. 2 receivers left and right with Sawyer the single setback. 3-man defensive front, and now a timeout called by Jones, and that will be their first timeout here of the second half. 61 seconds to play, third quarter, 20-14, Jones over Bethany on Squirtle.
Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
First down at 10 to the 45. Creasy throws out right, and the ball off target, incomplete. It was intended that time for Chase Pitts, who tried to reach back and make the catch. It would have been for a minimal gain. Instead, it's second down and 10, and the clock stops with 58 seconds to play in the third. This drive for Jones started back at their own 10 on first down. They had him sacked, but a penalty in the secondary against Bryson Miller moved the ball to the 20. 2 plays later, a 17-yard run by Creasy. Now it's second and 10 at the 45-yard line for the Longhorns that are a minute to go, late third. Sawyer in the backfield, a 2-by-2 formation. They show a delayed blitz. Here they come. Creasy steps up. Now he's going to run 50, and he finally dives down to the 45-yard line of Bethany, enough for a first down. And there you go. Exactly what happened on the 17-yard run, Sean, happens on second down and 10. There is a flag down, however, and you can see it's a hold against the Longhorns.
Yeah, I think just one of the points of emphasis for Bethany up front is you got to collapse the pocket. You're getting rushers there, but the problem is you're rushing past him. You got to collapse it down. Just too big of rushing lanes for him.
So the ball will be put down at the 35-yard line. It'll bring up second down and 20. 47 seconds to play here in the third quarter. The mistakes that Jones did not make in the first quarter when they raced out to a 20-0 lead midway through the second really have started to magnify themselves here in the second half. 3-man rush for the Broncos. Single setback, 2-by-2 formation. Creasy tried to set up a screen. Floats it over the middle. The ball's caught, but he is tackled to the 35-yard line. Stearman was the one that broke up the play, and the receiver is down on the ground. That appears to be Sawyer, and that will go for no gain. It's going to bring up third down and 20. And now there's a Bronco riding around in pain, and we're going to take a break.
It looks like it's Durst. Number 50. And listen, folks, it's not that they're not drinking water.
28 seconds to go in the third, 20-14. Jones on top here on Squirtle.
It's hot. Yeah, we're going to take a quick break. Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Hank Durst is the injured Bronco player, and Sean, that looks scary because he was right in the middle of that mess as they broke up the screen, but it appears as if they were working out a cramp.
He did a really good job reading the screen right there. Defensive lineman did a great job retracing back to the line of scrimmage and finding out where the receiver was going to be. He just kind of got rolled up in the trash a little bit.
28 seconds to play, third period. Todd Miller, Sean Meek, Ellen, Etha Sunken, and Camden Billy, the crew tonight here in week 0. 2 receivers to the left side, including Braden Scott, twins to the near side. On third down and 20 at the 35. They need to get to the 45, and Bethany's into the field. Watch Creasy. Here's the snap. He drops all the way back to the 25. He steps up, throws near side. He has a receiver open, and it's caught. It was underthrown, but he made the adjustment at the 37. It is out of bounds inside the 35-yard line. Mason Templeton was wide open on the near side, and Clayton Creasy made him pay. 31 yards. It gets him out of a 3rd and 20. 7, 6, 5 seconds to play here with the period. That'll be the final snap, and we will head to the conclusion of this one with 12 minutes remaining Jones on the move. The Horns lead the Broncos 20-14. Week 0 Squirtle game of the week.
When your business is agriculture, you want a bank behind you that doesn't cut and run at the first sign that there will be some tough times ahead. There are good years and there are always bad years. At Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, we're here for them all. Agriculture, it's the backbone of our local community. We believe in it. We invest in it. We're here for the long haul. If you're in agriculture, it's time to let Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma make your best even better. Contact a loan officer today. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, the area's leading lender in agriculture.
Dr. Devin Nightingale is your chiropractic choice in North Edmond with easy access from Cashion, Guthrie, Luther, and all the Oklahoma City surrounding areas. As a former college athlete, Dr. Nightingale understands the importance of a fully functioning body to gain that competitive edge. Also certified in prenatal and pediatric treatments, Dr. Nightingale sees all types of patients, ranging from 2 weeks old to 97 years old. We offer conservative treatments to get you back in the game, whether you're a weekend warrior or a professional athlete. So give us a call at 405-471-5565 for a free consultation today.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
Transformation for young women over there is incredible. Broncos here trailing 20-14.
Ready for the start of the fourth quarter. 20-14 Jones, and they just converted a 3rd and 20 at the 35-yard line. We are hearing from our crew in Choctaw that there has been a shooting at the Choctaw Del City game tonight. Mark Rogers and Adam Dieselhorst are live from there as well. First down and 10 at the 34-yard line. We don't know any other details. Creasy will keep it to the first play of the fourth quarter and manages to pick up 4 as he gets to the 30-yard line. Belton jumped down on his back, and one of the things that you talked about they had to do is reestablish the ground game, and they're starting to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think if you're Jones right now, you've kind of offset that Bethany momentum that was building so strong in the third quarter, reestablishing the run game. You like where you're at right now, good field position.
Half a minute gone into the fourth quarter, 20-14 our score. Second down and 6 at the 30-yard line. Boy, I'll tell you what, Sean, you just don't know from one week to the next what you're going to get into in high school football with incidents taking place at stadiums and just outside the stadium. Second and 6 at the 30-yard line. Creasy drops. Now he hands it. Running room left side, and good gain that time. Judson Gillen took the feed out from underneath the ball carrier. It may have been Mason Templeton. If Gilliland doesn't get there, it's probably a touchdown. And it is Mason Templeton. Looked like he tried to cramp up, and then he quickly gets up on his own feet and walks to the near side. There was a flag down, and it is a hold against Jones. So they'll mark it off from the 30. It goes back to the 40. It's going to bring up a second down and 16. Boy, what a break for Bethany as Jones continues to be their own worst enemy here in the second half. Under 11 minutes to play. Pistol formation, back to throw Creasy. Throws out left, and it's incomplete. The ball was almost knocked down. They were right in his face with pressure as Calderon was right there step for step in coverage.
And you said it, Todd, just Bethany getting pressure, making him change his arm angle, making him change his line of sight. It all affects the throw, so they got to keep getting to him.
Another cramp. This time it's a Jones Longhorn at the 37-yard line. And this is where you dig down and tell those linemen on both sides of the football, you got to give me a little extra. I mean, I know you're tired. Everybody's tired. We still have to get pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, we're starting to see the conditioning stuff kick in now. We talked about it in the first half, how for week 0, how well-conditioned both teams look. We're really starting to see it take its toll now. We've seen 3 or 4 stoppages for cramps. So we'll see which team can finish the last 10:54 here.
Time out of the field. Back after these messages. It's 20-14 Jones on Squirtle.
Why be a Ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
Wiggins Auctioneers is a full-service auction company well-versed in selling farm and rangeland, minerals, commercial and residential properties, as well as equipment, estate, and trust liquidations. In order to better serve our clients, Wiggins Realty offers conventional for-sale listings as well as buyer representation. Whether buying or selling, auction or conventional, we want to be your trusted company. Wiggins Auctioneers, 3 generations strong and setting the standard since 1963.
Imagine a school with more than 26,000 enrollments per year, cultivating opportunities for students to develop new skills and gain industry-recognized certification. Now imagine a corporate training center that partners with more than 500 local businesses each year, providing a productive and prepared workforce for employers in Oklahoma through customized training. Now, imagine a community resource who believes our business thrives when our community thrives. We aren't just the local VOTEC, we are Autry Technology Center.
They're down at 16 for Jones with 10:54 to play in the ball game. 20-14. 3 receivers to the near side. Single setback is Sawyer. They fake the handoff. Creasy to throw from the 45. Airs it out over the middle, and the ball is caught for a touchdown. Mason Weir makes the catch. And the defense was not that poor. It was just a terrifically thrown football by Clayton Creasy.
That's a great throw and great catch. You said it, Todd. You know, Bethany defensive backfield, not in bad position right there. Just perfectly thrown ball. Great effort laying out for the catch. You can't do it much cleaner than that.
Creasy has, on this touchdown drive, overcome 3rd and 20 and 3rd and 16. 10:46 to play in the ball game. It is 20-14. We're still trying to find out information. We do not have any at this time. Again, if you did not hear, there was a shooting tonight at the Choctaw-Del City game, that game in Choctaw. Mark and Adam have been on the call of that game tonight here on Squirtle. They'll go out of a swinging gate. Creasy to throw. Throws towards the pylon of the pass. Incomplete. Offline. So Bethany stands strong. The lead is just 12 at 26-14. Jones has they've only converted 1 of their 4 touchdown point after tries today. We'll step aside. 10:46 to play. 26-14 Jones here on Squirtle.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Todd Miller, Sean Meek back here with you in Jones with 10:46 to play. It's 26-14, and Clayton Creasy with a couple of big 3rd down and long pass completions, and Jones finally has their first points after halftime. Weir will kick it off. This time it squibs all the way through, and it's scooped up at the 22-yard line. Strother running left to the 25. He's across the 30 and angles near the 35-yard line out of bounds. So a good return of almost 13 for Alex Strother, the 5'7", 175-pound senior who just didn't play much last year, but is a guy that John Arthur and his staff are counting on a lot here in 2023.
Alex Strother got a little bit of run last year.
10:38 to go. Still a long ways of this one. Let's see if that offensive front for Bethany can continue to control the line of scrimmage as they did throughout the 3rd quarter. Pistol formation. Gives straight ahead to Gillen. 40, and he almost broke it. An ankle tackle at the 43 drops him. And if that wasn't for a shoestring tackle, he may have taken it to the house. Instead, it's a gain of 8 and brings up second down and short.
Down by 2 scores, plenty of time left, just still over 10 minutes.
Line of scrimmage at the 43-yard line. Second down and 2. Just over 10 minutes to play in the football game. Diamond look at the backfield. Now it's a read this time by Jackie Payne, and he dives down and was going to be close, but he's stopped at the 49-yard line. Now it's third down and a yard for the Broncos. And now a flag comes in as there was some extracurricular activities at the end of that play. That's going to go against Bethany. Boy, I'll tell you what, wouldn't want to be in film session tomorrow, Coach Meek, when John Arthur and his staff review that play after they had third and a yard. And now it's going to be second down and over 10.
Yeah, it's so frustrating. It's, and emotions are part of the game. It's so frustrating when they get the best of you and hurt your team like this. Obviously putting Bethany's offense in a real tough situation here.
So they go from having third and a yard at the 49, now to second and 16 at the 29, make that third and 16 at the 29-yard line. So not only do you lose the yardage, and now you lose the down as well. So it's third and 16. Full diamond look, and now there's some movement. And Jones drives back Abel Salcedo, the right guard, and kind of shoves him backwards. Well, they went ahead and got his money's worth, so now it's third and 11, and the ball is at the 34-yard line. They need to get to the 45-yard line in their own end of the field. Third down. Clock begins to wind. We're ticking towards 9.5 minutes to play here from Jones. 3 receivers left. Gillen out of the shotgun. Slings it out. Ball caught for a first down. That's Geisler in traffic. He pulls it in and has the first down reception at the 48-yard line.
What a ball.
Boy, on both ends of that play, that was spectacular. Great throw by Gillen, moving to his left. He sidearmed a bullet, and Geisler went high in traffic to make the catch, and Shawnee held on, taking a big-time hit at the end of that play.
Geisler's made 4 or 5 big-time, just competitive catches tonight. Really impressed with his ability to finish.
Had 23 receptions last year, 3 touchdowns, and movement up front before the snap. Flags come in, and it's going to move the ball back to the 43-yard line. So first down and 15. And you're seeing both teams now, Sean, start to make mistakes they didn't make earlier in the game. Is that from fatigue mentally?
Yeah, you start to see these things late in the game. I mean, obviously fatigue plays a part of that. These are all things that they'll clean up. Both teams will clean up as they go.
8:54 and counting to play in the ball game. We're live in Jones. Game that kicked at 8 o'clock, pushed back to from 7 because of the heat. It's 100 degrees on the field at game time. Gillen slings it over the middle, and it's caught at the 44-yard line. That's a minimal gain of 1, and it's third down and 14, or second down and 14 upcoming.
Good design there by Bethany. Great play by linebacker there to Bust, number 12, kind of sniffing that out. If he doesn't make that play, it may go for 10 or 12.
Winding towards 8 minutes to play in the ball game. We've seen both teams come up with second and third down and long conversions. We saw Clayton Creasy and the Jones offense do it twice on their last drive that culminated with a touchdown, converting on a third down and 16. Geisler will motion from right to left. Now they hand it off, and Locklear, dodging defenders, gets across the 45 out to the 47, a gain of 3. It's going to bring up third down and 11. And now we're at 7.5 minutes to play in the ball game. Two receivers left, or a single receiver left, one right. Locklear is in the backfield along with Judson Gilliland. Now Judson goes up behind the line of scrimmage. has time to snap it. Does so with 12 of the play clock. Low snap, he handles it. Now he'll throw over the middle, and the pass incomplete. And Geisler went up again trying to make the high catch. And there was some contact with Mason Templeton. This time, no flag, and it's fourth down.
Possibly uncatchable. And now it's going to be fourth down, 7:19 remaining.
Broncos keep the offense out there on the field, as you should, with just over 7 minutes to play and down 2 scores. Bethany has 3 timeouts. Jones has 1 remaining. But at this juncture of the game, the Longhorns and Kevin Witt do not want to stop the clock with a 2-score advantage. 4th and 11 at the 47-yard line. Judson Gilland stays out there with quarterback, and now Bethany wants to burn their first second-half timeout. We'll be back in just a moment. 26-14 Jones here on Squirtle.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news! The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
Is your spouse's snoring becoming an issue? Have you been told that you need a sleep study but refuse to go into a sleep lab? Then Next Gen Sleep is here to help with our innovative solution for the evaluation, testing, and treatment of sleep apnea. Next Gen is proud to offer this FDA-approved, convenient, and affordable solution that can be done all from the comfort of your own home. Call today to get started. 405-308-3324 or email us at information@nextgensleep.com.
7:19 to play in the ball game. Perhaps it comes down to this. A 4th and 11 of the 47-yard line for Bethany, down 2 scores, 26-14. Well, this has been win, lose, or draw. A terrific effort by this young Bethany team against one of the more talented small school football teams in the state of Oklahoma. 3 receivers to the near side, a single receiver left. And Gilland out of the shotgun. Its snap is low. He'll throw it left, and here we go. Another 2 flags. Pass interference. They shoved the intended target out of bounds. And now a 3rd flag has come in. They may have hit Judson Gilland a little bit late. They're going to take a minute, Sean, to sort this mess out.
Yeah, I think you may have a hold on the Bethany left tackle there.
Well, here we go. The white cap about to tell us. Hold against the Broncos. Holding against Jones. That offset. And I thought maybe there was going to be pass interference as they shoved the receiver out of bounds, but I guess the ball was deemed uncatchable. So they'll repeat 4th down to the 47-yard line. It'll be 4th and 11. With 7:15 to play. It has taken a long time to play the 3rd and 4th down of this drive. Gilland in there at quarterback with Locklear in the backfield. 3 receivers to the near side. Now Landry lines up slot left. Here's a low snap. Gilland throws over the middle. The ball's caught again by Geisler. And now a flag comes in, and they may have caught the Jones defender for targeting. Wyatt Geisler has just been fearless tonight, Sean.
We've talked about this 4, 5, 6 times earlier, Todd. This Geisler continues to make competitive catches, take hits, hold on to it.
They have converted on 4th and 11 to the 47-yard line. Judson Gilland firing it in, and another leaping catch in traffic by Geisler. And a flag at the end of the play, and they may have gotten the Longhorn defensive back. I'm sorry I didn't catch his number for targeting to the end of that play.
And I'll tell you what, Todd, we've talked about it really, all the Bethany all night, just the competitiveness, but you really got to be impressed with Gilliland's and Geisler's toughness throughout the night.
Okay. It was personal foul against Jones. They're going back to the 47-yard line. They may have said Geisler did not hang on to the play. So I think they've called the play incomplete. They will tack the yardage on, which will be a first down for the 47-yard line. And now a flag comes in front of the Bethany sidelines. And it may be a sideline warning. I think Bethany is saying that Geisler caught the football. It was hard to tell. It looked like in the air that he did have the football. His back was to the press box side. I never saw the ball come out.
And they're going to call it dead ball, sideline warning.
Sideline warning against Bethany. So, again, it will be a first down, as we told you. And the line of scrimmage will be at the 38-yard line.
Yes.
So no catch, personal foul. They did not call targeting. They mark it off after a sideline warning against the Broncos, and now it's 1st and 10. Bethany at the 38-yard line of Jones. 7:05 to play in the ball game. Gillen, the low snap, throws it out left, and the ball is caught for a short gain. And that looked like that it was Jackie Payne that made the catch.
And they're going to say he was driven out of bounds, so they'll keep the clock running.
Clock will continue to roll as he caught the ball in bounds. Give him 5 to the 33-yard line. Wyatt Geisler is going to be split short left. Cade Sweat, an appropriate name on this evening, is in the backfield. Gillen throws it out left, overthrows Geisler. The ball is caught, though, at the 30-yard line. And he's tackled immediately, so he'll pick up 3. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 2. Geisler was the intended target, Sean, that time, and the ball sailed over his head.
Yeah, a little mix-up. Good job by Payne out there, just making a play, just making something out of nothing, picking up 2 or 3.
So it's 3rd down and 2, halfway through the 4th quarter. You see the score, 26-14 Jones, top 5 in Class 3A. Favorites to win 2A District 2. Single setback. Gillen fakes the handoff. Now he throws deep left for a receiver. He's got him inside the 5-yard line, and the ball comes out as he hit the turf. Pretty good throw that time by Gillen as he had to just float it over the defender's shoulder. And Jackie Payne nearly pulled another catch in. So it's 4th and 2 at the 30.
Really good throw there by Gillen. Looked like it just kind of slipped through Payne's arms, but another good effort.
This kind of reminds me a little bit of what they did with Wet Wiska last year in Taylor Heim. Heim would be at quarterback. Wet Wiska then would flank out. Wet Wiska would go to quarterback, and Heim would be a wide receiver. 2nd down and 2 at the 30. Gillen is going to keep it, and he's going to be close to the first down. Looks like he has it. They're spotting the ball at the 28-yard line.
Well, it's going to be close, Todd.
It's going to be real close. As they came racing in for the near side, it looked like it was enough for the first down. Jones is saying no, it's not. It's short. Of course they would. Bethany would agree with the call on the spot that says it was a first down. Now the officials are going to stop the clock for a measurement. And the ball right now is squarely at the 28-yard line. That should be enough. They stretch the chains. And it is by the nose of the football.
By a tiny bit, although the Jones players disagree. Every single one of them.
So by the nose of the football, it is a first down. Doesn't matter if it's by 10 yards or the nose of the football. It all counts the same. Carries a little bit more weight when you're under the halfway point of the 4th quarter. 5:45 to play. 26-14. Bethany has laid it out of the line here tonight against a good Jones team. Spotted the Longhorns a 20-0 lead. They've outscored them 14-6 from that point. Under center this time is Wet Wiska. Or excuse me, that's Gillen. He's going to roll right and is almost horse-collared as he spins free and gets inside the 35 to the 33-yard line. That was very close, Sean, to being a horse collar as he was close to having his hand inside the shoulder pads.
Yeah, the defender, he let go and kind of regripped, so that's why they didn't get the call right there.
A loss of 10 of the play, back to the 38. Actually, it's a loss of 5 from the 33. No, from the 28 to the 33. So it's 2nd and 15. Under 5 minutes to play in the ball game. Trip force to play to be exact. Locklear in the backfield. Now they empty it. He motions left. Here comes the pressure. Gilliland on a slip screen. Gets it to Payne. Payne at the 20 to the 15. Payne to the 10. A flag is down. And Payne is out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. But pump the brakes. It may be coming back. There was a flag at the 22-yard line.
A block in the back. Or a hold. That looked clean. But I'm not wearing stripes.
There it is, hold against the Broncos.
So we'll see their Broncos going to be back way up. Should be a spot foul, right? I believe that's a spot foul. We'll see. Oklahoma high school rules will it's a spot foul. So
it's back to the 33-yard line.
It's a replay of the down. Yeah, they will. Second should be second down and 12.
2nd and 15 at the 33-yard line.
And here comes the snap. Trips left, single to the right.
Back to throw Gilliland. He'll float it deep left. It's underthrown. The receiver trying to come back and make the catch. Can't. And that is going to bring up 3rd down. Sean, your hometown of Winoka, when stuff flutters like that, it usually gets shot down.
Right, yeah. Northwest Oklahoma.
They've been pushing through.
A lot of dove hunting, a lot of bird hunting up there.
3rd and 15 at the 33-yard line. They're obviously in 2-down territory. Clock stops with 4:25 to play in the ball game. They'll empty the backfield and line Locklear up to the near side. Play clock is down to 12. Broncos look a little bit confused, and it's going to cost them 5 yards. They're moving around. So now it's 3rd and 20 at the 38-yard line. So the Broncos shooting themselves in the foot on this drive with a hold and now a false start after they would have had on a reception and run a 1st down inside the 10 thanks to Jackie Payne. Gilliland out of the gun, rolling left, slings it. Far side, 30, turns upfield to the 25-yard line. Hit inbounds, so the clock will continue to run. It's going to be 3rd or 4th down at about 8 with just over 4 minutes to play.
That's a good chunk play right there for Bethany offense. Now you feel good about giving yourself a chance on 4th down.
And a timeout called by the Broncos. We'll take one as well. 4:08 to play. Back in a moment here on Squirtle.
So, not real big on paying bank fees? Well, that's okay. It means you're smart with your money and you know how to get a good deal. You're a credit union kind of person, and Communication Federal is your kind of credit union. In fact, Pay Me Checking puts real money right into your account every time you use your Visa debit card, online or in stores. Pay Me Checking, the free account that pays you only from Communication Federal Credit Union.
Electricity, that's what we've been about since 1936. Since then, Cimarron's mission of bringing electricity to its members has been nothing short of successful. But over the years, it's become more than that. It's about powering our neighbors' heating in the winter, keeping the lights on at the ball field, and keeping your phones charged to capture those special moments. We are proud to be part of your community. Thank you for being part of Cimarron for all of these years.
4th down and 6 at the 24-yard line for the Broncos. The balance of this game hanging by a thread for the Broncos. Down 2 scores, only 1 timeout, 4 minutes to play. You have to convert. Back to throw, Gillen guns it over the middle, and it's broken up, incomplete at the 10-yard line. And that will probably do it. The problem with that drive, Sean, if you're going to use that much time up, you've got to come away with points.
Yeah, good play by the safety right there,
Yep.
breaking on that ball, breaking it up. Competitive play. See if Bethany can get a stop right here and get the ball back.
I think it might have been Chase Pitts that was on the that defended that pass. So Bethany will bring the defense out at the 24-yard line with 4:04 to play in the ball game. Jones won 31-7 in the first meeting between the two programs back in 2020. Bethany won 27-14 here 2 years ago and won 37-26 at SNU Stadium a year ago. Creasy out of the gun, takes the snap. Now he's going to run himself. Is drugged down as one defender caught him by the ankle, and he's finally tackled for a yard at the 25-yard line. Right now, though, the Longhorns just want that clock to continue to tick down, and it does. 3:41 and counting to play. 26-14. The way this game started, it looked like Jones might run away and hide from Bethany. And we told you, the Broncos, since that 20-0 deficit, have outscored the Longhorns 14-6. Bethany has 2 timeouts, but they don't appear as if they're going to use them, at least not right now. Go ahead.
Probably take one after this third down if they get a stop right here.
3:17 and counting to play. Second down and 9. Low snap. Creasy picks it up. He's across the 25 and up to the 26-yard line. That'll bring up third down and 8, and they still have not used one of their 2 remaining timeouts as there's a lineman down. Looks like maybe Quinn Keast, a senior guard. He quickly is back up on his feet. So it's going to bring up third down and 8 to 26. 2:44 to play. Are you surprised they didn't burn one right there?
Yeah, could have taken one right there. We'll see what happens here again. If you get them on fourth down, third one, save some time before they punt.
Third down and 8 at the 26-yard line. 2.5 minutes to play. Back to throw Creasy from the 15. Throws right. Ball caught, but it's going to be short of the first down. Needed to get to the 34. Looks like he's at the 32, so it's fourth down and 2. And Bethany's still not using one of their 2 timeouts. And they finally do with 2:16 to play. 26-14, Jones. Back after this message on Squirtle.
For more than 100 years, Oklahoma Career Tech has been training skilled and dedicated individuals, giving clear career paths to over 90,000 graduates a year. These individuals are the heartbeat of the Oklahoma workforce, serving thousands of companies, fueling this state's economy. Oklahoma is powered by Career Tech.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good. Game Time.
Isaiah Sawyer is in punt formation. Bethany using the timeout. Has 2:16 remaining. They trail 26-14. Sawyer is standing in punt formation at the 20-yard line. Good snap back, and Sawyer gets a right leg into it. It's a wobbly kick. It's not real deep. Hits at the 46-yard line, then takes a big Longhorn bounce and goes out of bounds at the 33-yard line.
Kind of surprised Bethany didn't bring more pressure right there. Again, just kind of giving Jones punt team woes tonight. Bring 6 or 7. Put some pressure on them, see what happens. Try to create a big play.
Well, 1 timeout remaining for Bethany. 2:08 to play in the ball game. They need 2 scores. They're down to their final match, and there is a brisk north wind blowing. If you're John Arthur, you have to be very pleased with the way your team has grown up. I'm sure he came here thinking he could win the ball game. They spotted up a 20-0 lead, but they have stood toe-to-toe with the mighty Longhorns. First and 10 of the 33-yard line. Payne, the quarterback, single setback in there is Locklear. Payne rolling right, floats it out near side, had a receiver, and he overthrew him. That's Alex Strutter, and he overthrew him by about 3 yards, as you can see. That stops the clock, but brings up second down.
I am as well. It's going to be interesting to see the adjustment.
2 minutes to play.
How the route tree evolves, and especially with Geisler and Strutter.
Line of scrimmage is at the 34-yard line officially. I think I said the 33. It's at the 34. So it's second down and 10 for the Broncos.
Twins left, twins right.
Jackie Payne is the quarterback. Landry Locklear in the backfield. Payne has been featured both as a passer and a pass receiver. Locklear motions to the far side. It's a low snap. Payne handles it, throws it out left, and Geisler, wide open, makes the catch and tiptoes out of bounds for a first down into the Broncos sideline. He's out at the 48-yard line. That's the first time a catch tonight, Sean, that he's made that didn't have to take physical punishment.
Yeah, I'm sure he was ready to absorb a hit right there. He has all night, but been really impressed with Geisler throughout the night.
I'm impressed with a lot of the guys out there for Bethany, a young team that is going to only get better. First down and 10 of the 48. Now they set a screen up, and the ball is caught. Now he circles back behind the line, able to get up towards midfield, and is going to be tackled for a 2-yard gain. That is Calderon that made the catch, and he ran about 17 yards to gain about a yard and a half. Broncos, no huddle. We're at minute and a half to play in the ball game. Back to throw again is Payne, throwing deep over the middle. Geisler leaps, and did he make the catch? No, he did not. And he was inside Asen Hansen, who comes up celebrating. And Geisler almost made another terrific grab.
Again, just great effort on his part. He plays bigger than what's he at, 5'7", 155. Yeah. He plays much bigger than that.
Third down at 8 at the 50-yard line. 1:24 to play in the ball game. Here's the snap. Payne handles it, rolls right all the way back to the 42. Now he's going to have to run, and he'll get what he can. He angles out of bounds into the Jones sideline at the 45-yard line. So he's going to be about 3, maybe a yard and a half short of the first down. And they obviously will go for it. As the clock stops, he was able to get out of bounds.
116, we got 4th and 1, actually. They gave him the 34-yard line. 116 remaining.
So it's 4th down and a long yard. Line of scrimmage at the Jones 44 for Bethany. Empty backfield. Now Payne is going to keep it. He runs left. He is hit, but he falls forward. They grab the headgear. Came in high, and here comes 1, 2, 3 flags down at the end of the run. So that will keep the drive alive regardless if he was able to pick up that yard, and he did to the 43.
Another one down the field that Phil just pointed out. There's 3. Let's see what it is.
Here is the indication. Face mask against Jones. That's what all 3 flags were for.
Apparently everybody saw it. It was so bad that the back judge saw it, so he decided
This has been kind of ugly here in the second half. It is a personal foul, so that's 15 yards. It has become a flag fest here down the stretch. 1st and 10. The line of scrimmage at the 29-yard line. 69 seconds to play. Payne out of the gun, rolling right, throws, and the pass incomplete. He was looking for Wyatt Geisler, but he was well covered. The ball was well off target.
from what I could see on the throw, it just was I don't know if Payne was expecting Geisler to be a little further upfield, but it was just a little miscommunication there. Yeah. It looked like a rocket, though. It really makes me wonder.
2nd down and 10 at the 29-yard line. 1:04 to play. One back set, Locklear. Back to throw is Payne. He's under pressure. Throws as he was hit. Dumps it off at the 25. And he'll be slung down. That is, I believe, Geisler again that makes the catch. And it will go for minimal yardage, only 4. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 6. And the Broncos have to hurry as we're under 45 seconds to play. They snap it to Payne, and they were not set. So that's going to cost them 5 yards and penalty. And that'll make it 3rd down, and instead of 6, 3rd down and 11. Sean, I said earlier that I go back a long ways. Called your games in high school at Northwestern and Been a lot of fun working with you here in the booth tonight.
Yeah, I've enjoyed the heck out of it, Todd. It was a lot of fun. Like I told you before the game, I've been looking forward to this all week.
Third down at 11. Snap back to Payne, rolling right. Payne in under duress, dumps it off and throws it right to a defender. It's intercepted to the 30 and returned to the 35-yard line. And he threw it right to Brandon Diamond, the defensive end. The flag comes in at the end of the play for excessive celebration. But now Jones will have to snap it one time, and this game will be relegated to the history books. Both sides. If you're talking to your team, Sean, after the game, what do you say?
I mean, I thought it was excellent effort on both sides. Both the game had a little bit of everything, you know, ups and downs, momentum on both sides. Both teams had the momentum at times, gave it away, got it back. I think especially for the Bethany team being young, there's so much you can build off situationally, things that you had a chance to do underneath the lights. Just hurry up, you know, 2-minute top offense, situational stuff that looking back in the film session as you go throughout the season, you're thankful for these moments tonight to help that team develop.
First down and 10, and again, they will go home for back-to-back games against John Marshall and Woodward. They should be big favorites in both of those and a chance to start 2-1 with a young team before opening 4A District 2 play in a month against Tuttle. And here is the final play of the ball game as Creasy will take a knee. The final seconds will tick away, and Jones will start the year 1-0 and snap a 2-game series losing streak to Bethany. It's been a great series. I hope they can find room for each other on the schedule going forward. Our final tonight, Jones 26, Bethany 14. We'll take a quick break and wrap it up here on Squirtle.
Anger, anxiety, worry, and disbelief, these are normal emotions to feel with an unplanned pregnancy. You have options, and you are not alone. Hope Pregnancy Center in Alva is a safe, confidential, and compassionate place to land. Hope offers free pregnancy testing and ultrasound, and you will be provided education for all your options. Remember, you aren't alone. We can help with hope. Visit thinkimpregnant.org. That's thinkimpregnant.org.
Are you looking for a local, reliable propane provider? Earnhardt Oil and Propane has been serving customers throughout Oklahoma since 1971. Let them tailor a pricing option to fit your budget. Avoid winter price spikes with easy pay, steady, predictable monthly payments you can count on. Need more fuel options? They also offer bulk fuel delivery, DEF, lubricants, and supplies for your business, all at competitive prices. For reliability 3 generations strong, call Earnhardt Oil and Propane at 866-270-1279 or visit www.earnhardtpropane.com.
Hi again, everybody, and welcome back here to Jones and Tim Wallace Memorial Stadium. Again, we will update you what we know, and that is very little going on at our other site for our Squirtle Game of the Week. There were shots fired tonight in the second half of the Del City Choctaw game in Choctaw. The spectators have been cleared safely to go home. The game was then ended, and Del City was leading Choctaw 34-25, I believe. And that game was in the third quarter, if I'm looking at it right. There were at least 2 shots fired. That's all the information we have. We don't have any reports of injuries or anything else. But a scary, scary scene tonight, especially for our Squirtle crew, Mark Rogers and Adam Dieselhorst, and everyone in Choctaw tonight. All right, your final thoughts, Sean. Let's first take a Jones standpoint. What do you think about their performance?
Yeah, kind of, you know, what we thought coming out. Offensively looked really explosive early. You can see the playmaking ability. You can see their ability to make plays downfield. That was evident early. Kind of hit a wall there. Kind of went stagnant for a little bit, lost the running game, found it in the second half. So I think offensively kind of exactly what we thought they were going to be. They got a ton of weapons offensively, just continuing to find a way to maintain that running game for 4 quarters. And defensively, they got a bunch of guys pressured the passer all night. Just a lot of big play-making ability on both sides of the ball for Jones.
This was a game the Longhorns needed because they now go on the road in 2 weeks to face last year's nemesis in Washington, but next week they get Lincoln Christian here at home. A year ago, they went 0-3 against the likes of Bethany, Lincoln, and Washington. They lost to Washington 33-14 here a year ago and then lost on a neutral field site in the semifinals of Class 2A 49-14. So Kevin Witt and Jones not afraid to test themselves in the non-district portion of the schedule. Okay, you're Bethany. How do you grade yourself?
I think they found out a lot about who they are tonight. We talked about it throughout the game, Todd. They grew up not only drive to drive, but you said snap to snap. We saw them evolve offensively throughout the game, really find what their identity was running the football, things like that. We saw them as the game developed, playing with more confidence, a little bit more swagger, just a little more step, And I think that's going to prove valuable. We talked about it that personally as a coach, I would always rather play this week than scrimmage. And I think it's for this very reason. Bethany's going to gain a ton of positive from tonight, just because being in those moments, getting those guys in those moments that hadn't been there before, and it's going to prove dividends as they go throughout the rest of non-district and into district play.
And again, they go home for two very winnable games. John Marshall and Woodward, they averaged 41.5 points in those two victories last year and gave up an average of 10 in victories over the Bears and the Boomers. Sean, always great to see, great to work with you. Hopefully you'll get another chance down the line to do it. You were a star tonight of this broadcast.
Well, thank you, Todd. Like I said, appreciate it. Had a blast up here. Had a lot of fun being in the booth with you tonight.
All right, that's going to wrap it up. 26-14, the final score for our entire crew, Ethan and Ella Sunken, and for Camden Billy. For Sean Meek, and I'm Todd Miller. So long from Jones.
Back at home in Bethany, hopefully a 7